Fuck. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Casa. We're here for Pull Your Weight. My name is Floki. I'm gonna get a little sound melt for a moment, for just a brief second. I'm here with one of my inspirations for commentary, Casa's own Brad Muse, with the cat buff in the background. What's going on, Brad?
I'm doing good. I don't know what just got into her. She just lost her mind. She has been chilling on this chair for like 10 minutes.
I was gonna say.
I don't know, but hey, we're here. It's Pull Your Weight. We got some dope Street Fighter action coming. Let the glitches rock. Who cares? If it was a World Warrior, we would kick the can down the road. But you know what? We're here to have some fun and play some Street Fighter and put on a show for all of y'all in some dope team tournaments where nobody gets carried to the finish line, which is why I don't play. It's why I sit here, because I would be a pretty heavy knapsack for someone to put on their back.
Same. And for those who are new to this format, shout out to Doc in the background for giving the great video for Casa. How it works: it's Waseda style. It's 2v2. Each player has to play, but here's the catch: the losers have to play at the end. So you gotta pull your weight at the end to make sure your team moves on. We've had a lot of great moments in this kind of series. We've seen Knuckle do, for lack of a better word, like dominate this format. With multiple different partners. You know, they've had Punk, they've had IDOM. Now tonight they're rocking with Shine.
I wonder if, like, at the end of, year 2 of Street Fighter 6, should we look back at all of the different assorted Knuckle Do partners and be like, all right, which one had the least weight to pull?
That's a fair fact. I will say Punk and Knuckle Do did switch mains for that event.
So given that Do genuinely plays Cammy, I'm not impressed with that.
I mean, Punk was playing Guile, but IDOM was still
Punk
rocking
plays
the
whole. If the character has a pink outfit, Punk can play them. That's just, I don't make the rules. That's just what it is.
Fair enough. Right now we're waiting for these players to jump into the game. One team I really want to quickly highlight is Team Super Jamie Bros. Azan and Sigma Male are in this bracket. JB and Enzo the Hokage rocking the West Coast. Zycles and Slice representing Ottawa, with Zycles on the new Kimberly, by the way.
Yeah,
Player DoorDash, BRB.
Player DoorDash. I've gotten to play a little bit of ladder. And I have two opinions in response to everything you said. Much love to the Jamie family. We're still dysfunctional. And the new Kimberly, Kimberly has been a character that I have always personally struggled against.
Sure.
I am not someone that likes to hit buttons on defense, and I think she has a lot of fake stuff, or had a lot of fake stuff that you had to know where to challenge, and I didn't do my homework, and I would get blown up. They made her better, and I don't like it very much.
Yeah, I feel like this, Capcom deemed it as like a small patch, right? clearly they didn't realize the ramifications of it. Characters like Cammy, characters like Ed, who we saw really dominate the meta for the most half of season 2, kind of got nerfed a little bit. Now we see characters like Ryu stocks have gone up. Apparently Honda stocks have gone up recently with the talks around the town. Kimberly, as we just mentioned, Bison and Akuma are still there, but Terry Bogard's getting some love too.
I haven't looked that deep at the Terry changes. I'm still a little unsure about Terry. I think when I think about Terry, what I think about is that weird lane swap target combo and how much it just doesn't make sense to be in this game and has literally no purpose or function that anyone could wrap their head around. And it almost it feels like the character, the fan service of being a faithful and exciting interpretation of a classic Terry Bogard took priority over creating a character that would function at 100% capacity within this game. That said, he's got some cool stuff. He's got some cool combos. He's got some dope loops. He's got decent buttons and spacing traps. But I think when I compare him to some of the rest of the roster, he's solidly mid in a game where like most of the roster is solidly mid. So I think the biggest thing is just that he doesn't quite stand out.
Yeah, I think so far, we obviously have been seeing Riddles playing this character. He's going to be with Thunder Delangus tonight. The fact that Stand Heavy Punch has gotten buffed from -1 to +1 on block, for
Huge.
example, really big stuff.
That's maybe the most important button in his kit, right? Like it is,
I would say so.
The thing
100%.
that you need to use for all of his like combo routes. So if you just let it rock, it's an important button in his kit.
Yeah, also just across the board, just like better damage routing and things like that. And obviously, as we see this patch kind of come up, and obviously with Kings of the World and things like that, World Warrior also, we do have to make mention, you were talking about before, the perfect parry glitch is a thing also. There is a Rashid bug that only happens in training room for those who played Rashid at the start.
Thank goodness.
Thank God. And thank God it was debunked. Shout outs to all the Rashid lords on Twitter. I actually been playing a lot of Rashid after ECT. I understand. I understand why people are upset about Yasar, how it dodged the patch for no reason. OD mixer change solves part of the problem, but not the whole problem. So, I don't know. And then, I don't know. I feel like at first I was reading the ed changes, right? Too. I know I'm going on a little bit.
I don't get the ed changes.
I'm going to be real. In the grand scheme, it's a slap on the wrist.
Specifically, the command backdash.
Yeah,
I appreciate what they meant to do with that, because I think the aim of that was like, this tool is working, but it's working at ranges where we sort of wanted you to be more of an outfighter, and it was doing a good enough job because of its hurt box that you could do it from closer range. I think they overdid it, because now it just feels like they've removed that part of his kit altogether, and it strikes me as the kind of thing where you make some changes and then you see how they work in practice and you're like, okay, damn, we need a hot fix to undo like one or two of these things. Some of the other stuff, like making standing medium kick and crouching medium kick have more recovery on whiff and different hurt boxes, like I'm fine with that.
You can feel it though. Like I can get hit from like
good
full. Yeah, I mean it was like a necessary evil. Obviously, you've seen characters like this in Cammy dominate Japan, just overall. So it's gonna be really interesting to see where this patch goes. And obviously, again, big shout outs to Capcom for not only doing that, but also providing us the My Trail. We'll probably get into that a little bit later. We're waiting. Speaking of later, we're still waiting for this load screen to get out of there, but. Appreciate everyone hanging out.
Shout outs to hard drives.
Woo! We like
somebody's using legacy media.
Someone pulled out the MS Paint from like
Just
the Windows 97.
Next time, Brad, it'd be easier.
Hey, it could be one of the players. Maybe they're still loading in. You don't know.
They're probably playing Marvel Rivals in the background. They're just like, listen, we have to have a different priority tonight.
It's like, hey, I know they said that if I buy the battle pass, I can finish it at my leisure, but that doesn't mean I don't want to finish it today. But yeah, no, like the edge changes, largely I'm on board with them. I liked the scaling changes on Dictator. Yo, what up? Thanks, Zaf, for the raid. What up, everybody? You are catching us about to join our first match, just waiting for whatever is going on with our spectator client right now, as it is struggling to load in. Yeah, the Dictator, even when he first came out, oh, hey, look, he's on the screen. It seemed very clear to me that the scaling on his OD specials needed to be looked at, because that was really the thing that made so much of the crazy damage routes happen. And so I appreciate that got looked at. Crouching strong from Cammy getting adjusted, I think that's also fine. I think that what they're doing is a lot of the best mid-range options, especially if they're drive rush cancelable, are getting more and more whiff punishable. It's not dissimilar to what they were doing towards the tail end of Street Fighter V, and it's just going to make for a more patient neutral game.
Actually, but speaking of patient, Mike X waiting his turn out and then waiting for Jazdero to, with that beautiful bison, just to walk on in. Spiral arrows in. Mike X, though, gets perfect parry, back throw incident in play.
I hope you didn't want a reversal.
Oh, no. But right now, again, listen, that perfect parry change is going to throw me off all night. Someone just goes into sweep and gets an immediate 50-50. This is going to... Capcom, please.
Is it sweep only? I thought it was if perfect parry led to a it went right into a knockdown. Throws don't do it?
It's any knockdown. But yeah, no. I've seen it with...
So that would have... that did trigger the bug then.
Yes, it does trigger the bug ever so slightly. But speaking of triggering, Jazdero actually triggered a punish counter to punish that spiral arrow, but catches the feet. No Psycho Mind follow-up. Unfortunate, though.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe he had forgotten that it was on there, because he routed into this. Like, it looked like it was a route that you do in order to apply it. Asleep at the wheel, getting caught on wake up with the DI. Are we going to cash out the bar? Thankfully, we only have to use the level 2. That should be enough.
Oh yeah, plenty.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, with extra. Listen, we just had Thanksgiving last week. Extra helpings on the table still for later in the round. You still have a bar left to go with Knee Pest Sniper if need be.
Yeah, I mean, we still have leftovers in the fridge upstairs. So does Jazdero.
Oh hell
right
yeah!
Into the level 3 there for Elder Goose. Big damage. I like using it early, right? Like, the sooner you can cash it out, the sooner it is that you can start rebuilding those resources. A big punish counter.
Love that. Reapply the Psycho Mind, drive rush in, try to figure it out, get those plus frames rolling. Perfect parry. We initiate the bug now. Knockdown City. Oh, okay. Anti-air though. Crouch Fierce.
See, I know that they changed everything about the Devil's Reverse, the command jump, and they adjusted the hurt boxes and everything. I'm still having a hard time when they do the tricky stuff, trying to catch them for it. Level 2 coming out once again for Jazdero. One more touch will close out this first game. No whiff punish on the crouching medium kick. Drive reversal, because they don't want to give Mike X those plus frames and now trying to work their way out. Chip damage. That did more on chip than I expected.
Yeah, it felt like the math homework. Like sometimes where you do them.
Oh, we don't get to see.
Oh, wait. But one thing I want to point out, Elder Goose was rocking Cammy for that. So I'm wondering if, granted, Elder Goose has experience with Cammy, maybe just with Aki, granted you have to set up the nightshade pulses and things like that. Maybe that's a reason to go to Cammy. But, Elder Goose brings out the main goose with Aki for this match. Again, this is 2 out of 3 for each teammate, so plenty of time for adapt.
If I had to guess, I mean, even just not having a reversal available to you would be enough against a Dictator to make me consider Cammy over Aki if I feel reasonably confident with both characters. Because if you end up on the back foot as Aki in this matchup, it is going to be that much harder. So it's a damn good thing that we have fantastic whip punishment to open everything up. Jazdero already back into the corner, standing medium kick to try to check, but the poison is applied. Neutral jump check, nothing really comes of it, and a nice spacing trap.
Yeah, we're gonna use that crouching media punch, but the knee press nightmare to get the tricky stuff out of there. Jazdero still has plenty of meter to work with. Both have some meter in the pocket if they need. Hell attack comes out. We're gonna set up the Psycho Mine once again. Could do the Devil's Reverse, get it tricky with it, Brad. Into the impact. We're gonna take a full confirm and send it home. Oh, we're going with the beat. Oh wait, you're still alive.
Yeah, just barely didn't build the level 3. That was a route that would have went into that. Oh my god, Elder Goose has the level 3 to cash out CA. That should be enough, right? My rule of thumb is yellow health with a CA, you should be dead.
Yeah, listen, this character does so much damage when you least expect it. Shout out to Broski, who qualified for Capcom Cup with Anki off a level 3 situation. Even the commentator, shout out to Jammers, and I forgot the other person that was working with them. They didn't even know if it was going to kill. No, it was Marine. They didn't know if it was going to kill, and then it just killed because that poison just racks up in so different instances. But that DI is going to rack up some damage right now.
Yeah, I feel like DI is really important to represent against Aki because a lot of her best mid-range tools do leave her susceptible to DI if she's using her special moves. Punish counter is going to leave Elder Goose on the back foot in a burnout, stuck in the corner. Mine applied, wake up level 1. That's your best case scenario. It beats DI and it gets the Psycho Mine off of you. Many dashes out, but we miss space. Whatever that was supposed to be on the way out, jump gets clipped.
Oh my god.
Smart up back to get away from yet another DI.
Oh my goodness. Elder Goose is trying to find every answer in the book. The burnout has now been applied to Jazdero. Jazdero has to be careful. The throw, and unfortunately, if you reach, Elder Goose teaches. And Elder Goose now sitting at a set point and get the team in a good start for the game.
Air to air off rip. Oh, I was about to say we get a pickup, but it looked like I appreciate that we went for a route into a setup after baiting out the level 1. Neither of these characters with a legit reversal outside of their level 1 super. What's the mix-up situation going to be? We go mid, command grab, and with the poison applied, you were just talking about it. Everything does so much more damage if that poison stack is already there. Command grab, I feel like it does like an extra 100 or something.
Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy what that number does, but that low forward's gonna slide and connect, and the trade is what Elder Goose is gonna need to set the pace for his team as Mike X comes to plate. Jazdero has to potentially wait for Mike X to maybe lose to get that run back.
Right, but based on the characters we just saw loading in, it is going to be the battle of the wasps, the battle of the white blonde-haired privilege, the biggest of jump fierces, the legacy jump fierces. It's like generational wealth. And you know, we're gonna see how this one ends up going. I do know they made changes to Luke. I feel like the biggest thing that I saw was that, or maybe the only thing I really saw was that OD Sandblaster change because of how ridiculous it looks to do OD Sandblaster second hit into level 3, and he just jauntily scrolls across the stage to beat your ass.
Yeah, I will say the other change that I do really enjoy, besides all the drive gauge increases, is the forward heavy punch, the double impact, increased distance moved forward during the attack startup. So a lot of things into forward fierce in the light flash knuckle, you're gonna see, or heavy flash knuckle rather, you're gonna see that hit from like half screen now.
Yeah, because what Luke needed was the ability to threaten you from a farther range. And a side effect of that is you have to respect the raw dashes a little bit more. Okay, we still got throw loops.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what season it is, but the standing light kick is going to connect for Rookie. Rookie's going to set it up empty low. One more guess potentially on the table. Going to take the throw, going to keep the life total, and you just had to go for the shimmy. Rookie was ready, and Rookie's trying to get their team morale back up just like that.
All right, going for the plus frames, frame trap after that situation. It's just a simple strike throw game with some decent spacing out of Rookie so far, but it's so effective and Luke does it so well. Stuck in the corner now, frame trap situation. Mike X is able to get the party started, goes for a shimmy, no bite, still no biting. Rookie is not a hungry man.
Not at all. Thanksgiving was last week. Not enough time, but it's time to go to work. We're going to Memphis for the one time to get our drive gauge back in order. And I kind of like this from Rookie. Now Rookie does have access to that OD Sandblast if needed. And a couple more drive rushes. That shimmy will come out instead. Get the extra damage from that buff that Luke got as well to the flash knuckle. And now look at Rookie's spacing right now. Just waiting for the OD Sandblast. Waiting for Mike X to make a mistake.
Mike X has already made a couple. I gotta tell you, throwing those fireballs in that spot, your best case scenario. Okay, punish counter as we whiff punish the unfortunate drive rush cancel that we didn't actually want. Rookie backing off, trying to make sure that he has the advantageous spacing. Level 3 is on deck for Mike X. He just needs to find the right spot to go into it. Wanted for the overhead. Please just play for chip.
Oh my god, plays for chip, step kick on.
Oh,
There's
finds
the
the-
anti-air. You got to pay the tax sometimes, Brad, when you want to jump. And just like that, Ricky did have to pay the tax. And now Mike X setting up a momentum now. And honestly, I don't know what Capcom was thinking with Ken dodging the patch. Like, granted, he got a couple nerfs, right, to his Oki game. But the back throw actually got a slight nerf as well.
The Ken propaganda division is the single hardest working media unit that there is in esports.
Yeah, I was a part of that for a little bit, and I got out of it. Let me tell you something. It's good to be on the other side. I'll tell you what. Right now, Mike X
You're a
sitting on the
Rashid
other
player
side.
now. Don't be talking like you left for greener pastures. Very little life left here for Rookie. Drive reversal to keep the corner and meaty OD fireball. I like that choice. Would have beat out a reversal level 1.
Yeah, it's especially when you see people with like characters like Luke that want to go for that level 1 and go for that kind of reversal, not to actually spend the extra OD meter just in case. But right now, Mike X gets set up this corner situation for themselves. Counter hit addition on that crouch jab from Rookie. Gonna set up the meaty tackle, but the ODDP, and that's one of the changes that Ken received. Less recovery time for those knockdowns. So now you don't get the crazy Oki that you would get before.
All right, we got some spoilers coming in on the left-hand side as, oh, Wake Up level 3 is going to get baited. That was the jab on Wake Up. I don't know why we went for the DI there, but it's fine. We are able to close it out. And yes, indeed, we already read the last page of the book. Mike X and Elder Goose get the better of that exchange. I did want to highlight one thing. I went to talk about it in the last round of that first game. And Rookie had the life lead and had, momentum going, but had gotten himself down to only half of a bar of drive gauge. And Mike X's choice was to start throwing fireballs and slow the game down. My problem with that is it gives Rookie the opportunity to start parrying, earning that drive gauge back. And the fact that you had the drive advantage suddenly gets away from you. Thankfully, it ended up a super scrambly round, still got the better of it by the end, but I feel like your drive gauge management can be so important, and if you reset back to neutral and they have the drive gauge disadvantage, I do think it's important to not let them freely have that back.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, we did see that at Evo this year with Big Bird and Punk, right? When Big Bird threw out the Asar and Punk took the throw, he still had enough gauge left to actually parry and get his gauge back in situation and actually take the title home for the United States. So it's just little things like that to your point. I think drive gauge management, especially as we progress forward, and especially with all the universal changes that we got this patch about drive gauge increases and decreases to certain moves, it's going to be really vital going forward.
Yeah, I wish it had meant more for Jamie. So every time a patch comes out and they touch Jamie, I go back and I play Jamie, even though it's like a less than stellar relationship. He's fun, I enjoy it, and then I bump into all the bad matchups and realize that they haven't solved any of the major problems. I played for 6 hours the other day, and I feel like I played nothing but Akuma, Ryu. There was a lot of Kimberly. That's my personal problem. I don't know that Jamie loses that matchup, but Brad certainly loses that matchup.
That is a bad matchup for Brad. But speaking of Kimberly, we are going to be booting in our next match. You're going to get your wish. You're going to get Zycles on the stream with Slice as his tag team partner going up against Cloud9's own JB and Enzo the Hokage.
That is a killer team. You know what? If Do wasn't in this tournament with a strong player as a partner, I would be like, yeah, and then these are the guys the favorite to win. But Do and Shine are here. But this is definitely gonna be no slouch. It looks as though JB and Enzo beat Cyrus and double process 2-0 in order to move on here. 2-1 for Zycles and Slice versus DB Gen and Liquid. I'm gonna be curious to see this one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously JB a part of the regional final for the Canada US West. Obviously, that's been postponed because of what's going on with the patch right now. But, you know, it's obviously still really good practice at the end of the day. Also, with JB being a part of Team Cloud9 for Street Fighter League, it's going to be really curious. I don't know if you've been keeping up a little bit with SFL US, but one thing you can keep up with is that Matcherino, exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. When you do, you go to the website here, claim the code UCAS, and you guys are already on your Twitch. It takes 3 clicks. It helps pay out these players and make sure they get a little bit more money in their pockets, especially going into the holiday season.
Yeah, I mean, look, have y'all seen how expensive things are getting? We're gonna need every quarter counts. And there's plenty of codes left. Thank you so much. We just saw one come in real time. Thanks so much for grabbing it, Enzo. I'm sure it helps that might be money going back into your pocket, but you know what? I'm not going to judge you for it. I am just going to say it out loud. We're
just going to, it's okay. But yeah, no, I think Matcherino has always been a pivotal role and a pivotal contributor to the fighting game community ever since its inception. And I'm really happy to see Casa be a mainstay in that as we move forward.
I think we're waiting for, yes, indeed. Sorry, as we were queuing that one up, we also want to show some love. DIY finally announced, coming at you May 3rd and 4th. This is a partnership between NYC Tekken, TSB, and Casa to bring you guys a premier level offline event. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, and Street Fighter Third Strike all coming at you. That's going to be at, I believe, Brooklyn. I'll get yelled at if I am wrong. But that is, again, May 3rd and May 4th. Each game is running to completion on its own day as well. So if you only want to compete in your preferred game, that is going to make it easier for you to go and attend. I am absolutely going to be there. You can go to start.gg/DIY in order to check out all of that. And if you haven't seen it already, watch the trailer, because I must say, the music in the trailer was dope. I had to ask who made it, and Sway actually put that together himself. So shout outs to Sway.
That's huge. Yeah, I'm super excited. You know, obviously Casa's been really an amazing crew, and also TSB and NYC Tekken. So to see this, you know, in kind of my backyard in the New England area, New York area, you know, I'm going to definitely be there in May. Hope you guys get your spot.
Man said New England area, New York area. Bunch just cringed in the other. It was nice having Floki on the show, everybody.
Yo, it's funny. I literally, like, off air, I was like, Bunch is definitely going to fire me tonight, and that's definitely the moment. I am so sorry, Bunch. Please forgive me. Please. I don't do this often. I don't do this enough. But no, yeah, super excited for the event, top to bottom. But speaking of our next event, top to bottom, getting into our next match on stream, it's gonna be Zycles and JB, or Zycles and Enzo
versus Zycles and Slice. Yeah, Zycles and Enzo on the screen right now. The Kimberly changes. How big a deal is it gonna be? She may be. I know it's early, but I think she is among the biggest winners of this patch.
I would say so. I think she's a contender for that. Obviously, as much as, you know, we talk about, you know, Jamie not, you know, doing so great this patch. You know, I do think Jamie did get a lot of great buffs this patch. Also, Ryu got a lot of great patch, potentially some of the best Shoto work now we see. But right now, we're seeing Enzo go to work on this health bar right now, Brad. And look at this in the shimmy just on top. Listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I don't care what you do to Ryu, as long as Ken operates the way he does in this game. Ken is going to be in contention for best Shoto. And that said, Akuma is probably the best Shoto right now. So it really tells you what is going on. We find the counter hit, does Enzo, and now we are pushing back to mid-screen. Zycles on the back foot, very nearly at that level 3 though. So, you know, they are rapidly approaching the biggest power boost that Kimberly has.
Yeah, getting that damage boost, and also making all of her walk speed as well great. We're going to pester with the standing. Fierce's perfect parry comes out for Zycles. Zycles is going to get the back throw, set up the spray can in the background, keep it plus, and now we're seeing the pressure come out for Zycles. You know Zycles been clamoring to get his hands on this Kimberly ever since they announced the patch.
Oh, absolutely. Meaty pressure does work. We get the level 3 cash out. Give me the aux cable.
Gonna pass the Ox this way. Damage boost is online as well as speed boost. What we're gonna do with it, Cycles, we're gonna take a counter hit jab courtesy of Enzo. And now Enzo has the pressure in the corner.
Drive reversal gets called out. Enzo can cash out into the level 3, close out that first game. It's a real shame. You know, I wasn't always a hater of the throw loops in this game. I am beginning to see the frustration of it. It took me a while to come around, but
yeah, I think it's one of those interesting things. Like, granted, it's in the game, right? And it's something that we have to accept. I feel like
it is what it is. Use it.
I feel like there's less fish. There's more bigger fish to fry. Like, Yasar from Rashid still exists. Like, huh?
It is certainly, in terms of gameplay balance, it is not a huge issue. I mean, it's nearly universal. It is more as even as a spectator experience or as a player, I can see that it is frustrating to limit so many interactions to just that. Corner pressure here going for Zycles, trying to keep Enzo in this corner, but I feel like having to surrender a lot of space, a lot of jab elbow as a poke here coming out of Zycles. Was that changed?
Yeah, so one thing for sure was that Stand Fierce change. That's been the talk of the town on Twitter and on Blue Sky. But right now, Enzo trying to get this damage up. Low forward, still the Triton true for Ken Master. Set up the run stop reset. And we're going to take a full confirm instead. Zycles going to clean this up, finish it out with the OD Tatsu. And one thing to note, Zycles does play Ken. How I know this is because he dead beat my entire team during Beast Cup at ECT with just his Ken. I'm still salty about it.
That was probably the best part of that weekend because his entire team was so mad once they realized it was a character locked event and he had to play Ken for the rest of the day.
I had forgotten that happened that way. I think that happened off stream.
Yeah, it did.
That was unfortunately why I missed it. Perfect parry out of Zycles. We get the pickup. Oh, I thought we were gonna do the final fight backflip, but whoa!
That's when you know your character. Gonna take the flash parry punish with the throw, and I love it. Overhead's gonna connect. We're gonna take the critical art on top of it. I don't know if this is enough though, Brad.
You know what? If it isn't, this is still a stellar place to be in. It is not, but it is a one-touch situation with Enzo on the back foot. I mean, the choice was basically, does Enzo churn that butter or not? Chose not to. Wanted to save it, worried about how prices are going to change in the next couple of years. Hung on to it. You don't get to take it with you, though. So we are at 1 game apiece now as a result of that. Zycles making some great reads and a great read on that fireball to get the party started for this one. Already in control at the corner.
Yeah, but we're actually going to take the Tatsu to bring it back to mid-screen. Enzo very comfortable in the pocket. Gonna set up the Jinrai pressure, as most Kens still do. They take the low forward into the Dragon Lash. Confirm. It is still a sight to see. Corner pressure is Enzo's now, and now the throw loops begin.
We got wanted for the shimmy there, but still in range for the crouching jab out of Zycles. We are going to have to cash out the level 1 to finish the job here, but always worth it if you can secure that kill. Don't do the thing where you hang onto a bar because you hope you'll get it on the next interaction when you could have saved the day. Enzo now on set point, setting it up for JB to bring it home.
Yeah, JB be looking to clean it up with the tornado, with the Rashid. But Enzo, one thing is that perfect parry's looking clean. Gonna punish the run, jump, medium punch, confirm. I love to see it. Take the knockdown, frame kill, crouching medium kick, set it up once again. Take this corner pressure and make it theirs. Keep that standing roundhouse pressure as well. And I really like these spacing choices from Enzo.
Yeah, Enzo's playing this super well, just barely not getting the combo off of that standing short, even though it was the perfect counter poke at the right spot. We do have the confirm into the level 3 to close this one out, and I have to say, Enzo played this one absolutely stellarly. The fact that we saw that perfect parry on the run into DI more than once, that is a practiced answer to something about that character. And between that and the immaculate spacing on the standing light kicks, you can just tell that they have played against this character and they know how to use their tools against her.
I do think so too, but I have an interesting piece. We were talking about him earlier. I think I saw Edmund Honda from Slice tonight. Normally on the Blanca and the Sim, but we're heading to Sumo and we're heading to the Hot Springs.
So I don't think I looked that closely at the Honda changes.
I know Ultra David has been hyping it up.
Standing Fierce is plus now. That explains a lot about when I've bumped into him on ranked lately. Because I did not realize that.
Yeah. This character is still a menace, but, you know, Rashid, what's to say? This character is still one of the strongest of the game, if not contention for top 2. Still has the great... I'm not going to lie, I didn't play... So, for context, I never played Street Fighter V like that, like heavily, as we see, you know, Slice trying to find an answer to the Rashid problem.
Whoa.
No punish on perfect parry, unfortunate.
Wow. Empty neutral jump into perfect parry, and Slice just watches all of it unfold before him. He's in Tourist Honda. My man was definitely taking the photos, flashbulb and everything. That was going in the album when they get home. Yasar coming out for JB. Plus frames, what are you going to do about it? You're going to respect it. Well, it's still there. More damage available for JB.
Gonna set up the unfortunately no down Fierce there. Gonna take the punish on the flash parry with the throw and still have this corner pressure for themselves, trying to use stand hard kick as well as an anti-air. You get the juggle point if it does connect, but again, one thing I really love about JB, and I've seen him do it in Street Fighter League and things like that, just the way he manipulates his character and to make it their own. Things like using the low short, things like using stand medium punch, and also getting creative with their punishes. As right now we're gonna take the punish for the situation here. Perfect parry.
Oh my god, great back throw to close that one out. Now, I'm going to have to check the frames because it looked like the overhead connected there. And given that JB was in burnout, does Honda not get a combo off of like drive rush overhead?
Because
it should have been the same frame advantage.
I would think so. I mean, I've seen people like Jewelman, for example, and Nassim Claw use the overhead like meaty to get a full combo out of it. Maybe Slice was just trying it. Obviously could go back to the Blanca, back to the character that's brought them success in 2024. Things like Gommel, they performed really well, had that really great set with Mena RD. But now it's a new patch, new season. I haven't really heard much about the Green Beast, unfortunately, this season.
Yeah, I know Dan Gravatt is in the other channel working social for us right now. I'm sure he has opinions about the Blanca changes. It is another one that I have not looked super close at. But, you know, sometimes you do just have to go back to your comfort pick. Oh my god, what a read from JB.
They're like, listen, you cannot Rainbow Ball right now. I cannot do with that. Rainbow Ball, no heavy mixer in sight. Gonna take the stand hard kick in the heavy mixer now. Set up the drive rush. Nice block on the overhead, though. Gonna wait it out. Okay, nice. Stand jab, punish counter addition. Gonna bring Slice to the corner and take the punish counter throw. Enzo and JB now sitting at set point. JB does have the tornado ready to go at any point.
Yeah, that's definitely going to come out of the next knockdown. So Slice needs to keep all of the momentum that they can, but the early air-to-air, oh my god. JB is making some crazy, like, deep-level psychological reads, living in Slice's brain right now, always having the right answer, but gets clipped by the left-right. Don't worry, sometimes it happens to the best of us. No, just barely not getting a whip punish. JB on the back foot in terms of life, but still having, as you had said, a Yasar available to them.
Yeah, gotta be careful right now. The Yasar comes out. If you feel it, chase it, Brad. And right now, JB slowly walking, Slice to the corner, gonna set up the mix-up, gonna get the OD mixer, post low, gonna set up the one frame length and the safe jump into the dash. Chef's kiss.
All right, what's it going to be? We're in Throw Loop City. It could absolutely be JB's. It's just on a series of RPSs, and we are just shy of another Yasar. So once we reset back to neutral, I mean, Slice needs to keep this momentum going as much as humanly possible. Lightning Beast available to try to secure things. Neutral jump shimmy, I think, was the choice. No, we overdo it with the dash off of the perfect parry. JB's the round slips between his fingers.
Yeah, I mean, that is a spend, though, for Slice. So Slice has to get back that level 2, especially for this kind of round. And JB still sitting at match point. So you got to be careful of what you do next. There's the cancel from the Crouch Fierce into the Asar. Gonna burn the drive gauge plus Frame City. Here we go. Arabian Cyclone now just bringing Slice to the corner. Nice anti-air with Stand Fierce.
Yeah, but thankfully Slice does get out of the corner, and that's huge because it removes the threat of being stunned and letting JB close out with that huge damage. Just about out of burnout. Lightning Beast is available, so we're gonna try to force the issue. I'm sorry, but JB with the great poke, realizing that there is no fear for Blanca Ball at that range. Another Yasar. I literally didn't look at his meter.
Listen, blink and you'll miss it, Brad. And right now, JB is trying to get this last bit of damage in at Slice, trying to fight with every fiber that's being unfortunate. The ball was just short, and JB was ready with the punish with the crouch jab. JB and Enzo move on to winners semifinals.
Yeah, the spacing there in their ability, in JB's ability to call out where those Blanca balls were going to end and punish the recovery of them is just another thing of, you can tell that they've really labbed out this matchup. And for a player of JB's caliber, like you had said, a World Warrior finalist, crazy deep runs in a whole bunch of, massive tournaments, SFL competitor, he has to have done his homework on some of these matchups, right? Like, there's a point where that is what has to be expected of you, because there's players out here that this is, their career.
Exactly. I mean, I know JB obviously is going to have that experience with players like Mena RD. I don't know if Cloud9 and Bandits have played yet, but, just the fact, to your point, there's so many players at that high caliber that are doing their research, trying to make it to Japan later in 2020, in the early 2025. Every moment counts, every situation counts. So JB, Enzo did their homework, but now, Brad, you gotta get a little bit of a promise. You were talking about Jamie before. It's time. The Jamie Bros are up next,
and they're playing against Riddles and Thunder. Okay. So Thunder, unless something has changed, I believe he's been playing Akuma since Akuma dropped in this one, right? I know. So in 5, he played Akuma, swapped to Luke at the tail end of it, and then was playing Luke on launch. But I believe has been playing Akuma in 6 since Akuma dropped, which you may as well. Akuma's been a supremely strong character since he arrived in Street Fighter 6.
I do want to make mention that both, so Thunder was playing Akuma, but they've been dabbling in the new and improved Ryu. So they did play Ryu a little bit in the beginning of season, like midway through season 1 after they qualified for Capcom Cup. They were trying different things out. Shout outs to Incendium Gaming with Digital Havoc. I got the chance to commentate a couple of their events and see Thunder trying out a couple different characters. Both Thunder and Riddles and Azan were all in the top 8 last night for Tampa Never Sleeps. So you have to imagine, as in Liquid Zone Riddles and Thunder all did their homework. Thunder did rock majority Ryu with the splash of Akuma.
Oh, okay. Well, I know Ryu got some love. I know people are.
Ryu got love.
I know people are excited about Ryu, but here's the thing. I feel like for a very long time now, I have seen people get excited about Ryu with every patch that comes out, and then for whatever reason, as the patch pans out, people don't stick with him. That was, I feel like that was the back half of Street Fighter 5, not dissimilar to what I was saying about Rashid. I feel like the back half of Street Fighter 5, he kept getting love and people kept insisting, oh wow, Ryu's finally in a good spot. And then you just didn't see him represented a lot because there were other characters that were just more effective. I hope that's not the case. I think Ryu does something really cool in this game, and I do appreciate even just what they did of letting low forward into jab fireball always be true, meaning you can just, that can be the core of your game, right? Like the core of your game can be low forward fireball, and you don't have to worry about getting mashed on. That makes sense to me as a foundation for Ryu. He's the fireball Shoto.
Yeah, you do also have the changes to Whirlwind Kick to now be canceled into regular Tatsu. Also, Donkey Kick Heavy Edition may be coming from -5 to -3. I was actually talking to Hoji about it, and you know, this character is still in a solid spot, you know, definitely in the conversation, but unfortunately, we're not going to see Ryu. We're not going to see that. We're going to see the demon come out against Terry and Riddles.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so Riddles is on the Terry. So no Jamie actually here, because I believe Azan and Sigma Male was supposed to be the double Jamie. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. Maybe, you know, maybe they heard you. They're like, listen, this character's not doing that great. I might just well spray.
No, you know what? I want for somebody to prove me wrong. Yo, what up? Thanks, Idom, for the raid, and welcome everybody. You are catching us mid pull your weight. This is not round one. We are just outside of winners semis with this one, and you are catching Riddles taking the first round for this one here. Just opening up this set, Riddles Thunder versus Azan Sigma Male.
Yeah, and Terry's been a character. We were talking about Terry a little bit, but when the show came on tonight, I think this character slowly but surely is getting some legs as we see Riddles get this full confirm into the power geyser, cash it out. Listen, the fact that this character can meter dump everything, go into burnout, and do a casual 60, and against a character like Akuma, who has 9k health by default, yeah, this character's a problem.
No, that's huge. And I gave some criticism earlier suggesting that the priority was making Terry a faithful representation of himself. But the way they made this character function is a very great representation of what Terry usually is. Are we going to ask the big question? Are you okay?
You are definitely not okay, especially if you are Sigma Male. Riddle's hanging up with a perfect, and Riddle's trying to set the tone and set it fast. They're setting on set point already.
Huge. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if Terry does one thing well, he does damage dumps very well. And if there's a character in the roster that does not want to be on the receiving end of that, you are absolutely right. It is Akuma. Riddles with very little drive gauge left. Smart spot to go for that OD fireball, but we are back in the corner. Huge damage. Meaty, crouching strong. It's incredibly meaty. Oh my god.
You are definitely not okay. Yeah, I think check his pulse. Sigma Male down, just like that.
Alexa,
Link,
play My Chemical Romance.
No.
Oh shit! Alexa, don't play My Chemical Romance. Alexa, stop.
This is the greatest day of my actual life. Oh my goodness.
I should have known.
Yo,
I'm too loud.
Brad really about to throw up a portal and not be Doctor Strange for that was crazy. You saw that? He was like,
Brad has his whole
I had to tell her to stop.
She's listening throughout that entire building. You can't say shit without her.
I definitely can't. It is unfortunate. And we have Thunder on the Ryu, as you were talking about, Floki. Azan at the Jamie. Now, Jamie struggles, I feel, in any matchup where there's a strong component of fireball in the opposing character. Something about Ryu, I feel like it is not the worst version of that. Finding the sweep to get started, we have one drink on the table, which means dive kicks are available, and these perfect parries off the fireballs are huge for Azan. No, we were a little bit too hungry with the standing roundhouse, so we get whiff punished for it.
Oh, but we're gonna take the actual whiff punish with the target combo, get the ball rolling a little bit, get to see if Thunder's gonna crack. Whoa. There's the jump in we were looking for. Get another drink, get breakdance available. We're gonna bait out the level 1, and look at this damage. This is gonna be a full confirm here. Level 1's gonna get it done for Azan. Jesus, drinks up.
Can I tell you how much I don't believe in Jamie? I looked at that and I was like, Ryu might live with a pixel. Azan is better at combo routing than me, but like, I was definitely ready to be like, wow, one more touch. So first round on the board for Azan. We just barely don't find the whiff punish. There was so much belief in that whiff punish because off of a punish counter standing roundhouse, you get 2 free drink levels. That is definitely what Azan buffered for.
Yeah, standing heavy kick also got a buff in this version of the game where now it can deal with low crush. It can low crush a little bit now, so it's actually not a bad tool, especially in those ranges where Ryu wants to definitely throw out that low forward. We're gonna set up the palm, gonna take another turret combo, gonna get the actual DP. We're gonna actually take no drinks and just keep the dive kick unlocked right now. Pester.
Nice. Even getting the confirm on it being a punish counter. Great presence of mind out of Azan. Wants it again, though. And that's why Jamie's dive kick sucks. Whiffed it, gets punish countered for his trouble, and Thunder closes out the round.
Can someone send this to Hoji? Because Hoji keeps telling me this character's dive kick is that good, man. Can someone pass the tape over?
Jamie's dive kick is the worst dive kick I've ever seen in a fighting game.
Okay. I mean, I respect that, but right now, drinks are up, dive kick is online. We're gonna Pester with a just donkey kick now and just use it as a whip punish tool. Throw has been engaged now.
Yeah, Azan trying so hard to find these whiff punish standing roundhouses, but it's just not going to work. And what it is, and I have felt this too, I feel like now that roundhouse donkey kick is safe, it's much more abusable, and it sets up these awful spacing traps that I do not feel like Jamie has a good answer for. Riddles closes that, Thunder rather, closes that one out, winning the game for the team Riddles Thunder. Yeah, man, we also saw one of the changes to Jamie that was unfortunate, which is he was among a list of characters whose sweeps got adjusted to be more punishable. Not frame advantage wise necessarily, but they changed the pushback. Jamie had a really abusable sweep at certain ranges, and they got rid of that for him. And you can definitely see the result of it, because there's spots where Azan is going for sweep where it would have been the right call. Finding the OD breakdance through the fireball, however, now that we are at drink level 2 and having Thunder in this P2 side corner, is Azan.
Yeah, Azan right now chilling, but nice anti-air by Thunder. Thunder is actually going to get counter-poked out of that situation with a crouch jab. Perfect parry on lock. Actually using the new buff with the stand hard kick, baits out the ODDP, cleans it up. And this is, again, I am someone that, hasn't had the chance to play Jamie. And, shout outs to my boy Dumas here in Connecticut. I do play against his Jamie a lot. When I told him the patch notes, he's like, yeah, this character's still kind of like to your point. But, Azan making it happen, making it work.
Okay. Going for that frame trap off of the Rekka, finding the jab, the short extension. I'm sorry. Okay, 3 drinks. And when you are able to get drinks, that's when you feel the buffs for this character. The fact that he is now in a position where he ought to be able to have momentum so much longer is great. I had assumed that he was about to get a lot of drive gauge back because he went for that level 2. But instead, it seems like when you use level 2, you don't get the drive gauge back in the same way that you do with the rest of the drink generations.
Yeah, now, I mean, granted, you're still getting drive gauge back, and now because of that buff that Jamie did receive, but it's not gonna matter. Take this Shin Shoryuken Critical Art Edition, and just like that, Thunder is sitting at set point for their team to move on into winner semis.
That jump beat standing medium kick. Okay, huge jump in. We do get the drink loaded there, does Azan. And we're representing some different buttons, but I feel like the startup of Stand Roundhouse, it makes it very hard to use as a preemptive poke. You need to be so reactionary with Jamie, and this is one matchup where I feel like that's extraordinarily difficult to do.
Oh, but we're going to bait out the ODDP once again. Thunder going to the well a little too much. Going to bust out the level 2. We're going to drink up for a little bit. OD palm is going to be enough, and it is. The math, listen, this man Azan has done the math homework. They have done all the SATs, everything. Flying colors.
That was dope. I was impressed with that route. I do not use level 2 how I should. Still having that available in the tank was Azan. Okay, we get a drink. Yeah, no reason not to drink there.
Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing players like Automatic, like Bolt Strike, really use this character in a way that's super unique, and we've been seeing Azan, in these online tournaments as well, really showcase what this character could do at a high level. But Thunder gonna take the back throw incident, put Azan into the corner with the solar plexus plus, but the back throw now, Azan full control. That was meaty.
Oh, and we still get the pickup on the dive kick once again. Okay, OD dive kick. That was a defensive back throw there from Azan, waiting it out, finding the parry on the fireball. Damn, we almost got a big whiff punish on that, but we have the anti-throw answer with the dive kick. There does Azan, and set point now for Azan to bring us to the tiebreaker point for the first time on stream this evening. It would be.
That would be pretty great if someone can pull your weight right now. Azan has level 2 engage if they need be, if they need a quick trip to the bar to get that level 4. But, you know, Thunder trying to close the door and trying to get their team into winner semis. There it is, level 2.
Going for Wrecker pressure, just gets the walk back, but Thunder believes a little bit too much in walk back sweep, gets called out for it, waiting it out, but no, that was exactly the choice where you ought to have been able to get a crosscut DP. It does not happen. Azan in the corner. Okay, we find the knockdown, thankfully, keep the pressure going, and we are back to mid-screen, but your drinks are about to run out.
Yeah, but even still, now you already saved yourself a drink because of that forward throw change that happened in the ed patch. Now dive kicks are back online. Thunder really trying to make something happen. There's the overhead that Thunder's been looking for. Gonna cash out into the level 3. I don't think it's gonna be enough, but it's gonna put Azan on life support for one last guess. Thunder, though, still in burnout with no actual super meter to work with now.
The advantage for Thunder here is that I don't believe Azan has the life to use DI recklessly to try to make something happen. Puts himself in burnout. I have to say I don't agree with that. And now Thunder, oh, we find the jump back jab. I was going to say with Azan in burnout, Thunder literally just needs to find the opportunity to force a blocked ODDP, but doesn't even come to that. Wins off of like legitimate gameplay and not chip tactics. Set point for both players.
Yeah, this is going to come down right to the wire. ODDP, unhammy, says Azan. Azan back to having dive kick available when they need. Going to set up the Rekka pressure. And I've been liking their choice of Rekka, right? Going to keep it out of spacing where now, you know, I can't really do much with it. Level 4 has been engaged. Breakdance in the safe jump. And I love this. Takes the hit. Unfortunate. Thunder got to be careful and watch the dome. The delayed drive rush to catch Thunder pressing a button. The command throw whips. Oh my goodness.
Azan goes for layer 2 while Thunder's still on layer 1. Goes for the command grab, gets called out for it. Thankfully, Thunder only has so much bar back, but you are forced to eat this stun combo now. There is a CA in the back. How much does Thunder have? Goes for the drive rush cancel. Oh, this is going to be so close.
This is going to be so close. He's going to be out of burnout if this does not kill. It's going to be a pixel on a tree, Brad. Anything's going to do it. What's going to be it?
Blocks the overhead.
No, we got
double KO.
Run it back.
You gotta be kidding. Listen, Brad, this is why people come to twitch.tv/Casabunch. This is why people pull up for Pull Your Weight, and this is why Brad knew we play fighting games for moments and situations like that.
Thunder in chat goes, we win. It's based on rank.
Absolutely.
Oh my god. Oh, that was a really good set. So good we get to watch it twice.
Yay! Love to see it. I think Azan near the end of that set was just adapting to what.
Bro, what am I watching right now? What am I watching?
You tell us.
What is this video game right now? Yo, run that back. I shouldn't have to say this. We don't end this shit on a draw. What is this, hockey?
Hockey doesn't end in a draw either. What the fuck?
What is this, European football?
Okay, Doc. Man said European football.
Wow. Oh my God, we got
Does that even end on a tie? I don't. Does it?
It can.
Okay.
This man really said European football. I'm crying. Anyways, Azan's gonna get the kick Rekkas into the corner because the drink level 1 does have die kick available, so the anti-throw situation is on lock now. If they need roll forward's gonna thread the needle for Thunder though to get the Denjin unlocked. You know, we were talking about before the fact that Ryu's been getting a lot of love across the board. That's a big thing. The fact that you can use the Denjin charge whenever for the heavier editions. And I think, you know, as we see this character now, but Azan, okay, never mind. ODDP, unhand me, says Thunder. Thunder now in the corner. Anti situations now, Brad. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, that was a spot where historically we'd been seeing Azan getting those punish counter follow-ups after. I wonder whether the choice of dive kick and where it hit, maybe they didn't believe they had the frame advantage for it. Nice with punish. We go into sweep. Wow, doesn't finish out into a drink because I don't know if he didn't believe it would kill or what. But now Thunder on the back foot, very little life left. Any punish will do it. DI forcing the issue there does Azan. I know you don't got the life.
Yeah, don't want to use the don't have the life, and also don't want to use the meter because you know Azam was still been alive if that would, you know. So gotta be careful. Thunder now in a situation where you gotta run this whole set back, and they're just waiting it out. They're just gonna stand up. Oh, the whip punish, stand hard kick. Ouch.
Yeah, huge. And I was talking about the importance of that button. It can be really hard to do that preemptively, but if Jamie is allowed to wait and choose to go second and get that whiff punish, he gets so much out of it. Level 3, slight delay. I wonder whether that was buffered and then clipped on reaction to that meaty standing fierce. What's the choice gonna be? Are we just going for, okay, we want for the knockdown, anti-throw set up into a throw of our own, but it gets counter shimmied. Level 3 extension out of Thunder. That's gonna force the burnout. Needs to do this in order to bring this round back around for them.
Yeah, I gotta be really careful right now. Azan almost to the level 1, but not close enough. Pay the tax for the jump and pay the tax for being burnt out. The butter was expired, Brad. Thunder evens it up.
Okay, 1 round apiece. Super close between these two players thus far. Good check on the drive rush. Finding that crouching jab, gets a drink out of it, and that's exactly what I mean. If Jamie is able to, you know, given the leeway to choose second and check you on your answer, that's where I think he functions the best. It makes sense, right? Drunken Boxer, it's very a reactionary fighting style. It is a great realization for the character. It's just the engine doesn't necessarily allow for that all the times that you want. Gets the shimmy to work with the jab target combo and forcing Thunder back to the corner. We want to go for the level 2.
I actually really like this. Get the drive gauge back in order with that, just like that. And now
he genuinely got back like half of his drive gauge on that one combo extension. What a choice, but it doesn't matter. Clipped out level 1 extension from Thunder. Thunder with the meaty overhead is going to connect, but now in burnout, Jamie can abuse the hell out of you with this better Rekka.
Still has 2 drinks, doesn't lose them after you use level 2. Gotta be careful. OD breakdance is still an option. Thunder just about out of burnout. Still has 3 bars to their name. Anything will do it between these two. Goes for it, but the ODDP unhand me, says Azan.
That was great. Like, both of these players are doing such a stellar job of respecting and recognizing the layered options available to the other. That's why you're seeing some of those weird spots. Like that early jump roundhouse was definitely like, this will beat a fireball, but also if you go to jump in on me because of something, or you go for like an air to air, this is going to clinch me the win.
Yeah, and then when it did clutch. So now, Brad, it's time to see who pulls their weight. It's time to see who gets to move on to meet Shine and Knuckledew in winter semis. It's gonna be Demon Sigma Male going up against Thunder with the Ryu. We got a lower battle on our hands. Shouts to LLJB3.
Yeah, indeed. We're gonna have to check this one out. As much as Ryu's identity is supposed to be the Fireball character, I have to say, Akuma's Fireball is stellar. I've been playing Akuma for the past like month or two because I was largely curious, is this character actually that good? The answer is yes. It was immediately apparent to me how strong this character was. Big back throw out of Thunder to try to earn some momentum of their own, but it doesn't matter. Sigma Male claiming the corner for themselves once again.
We're gonna use the demon ray and the dive kick, and again, we're gonna use that punish on the sweep. And one thing to know about the Akuma, because I've also been playing Akuma a lot. Let me tell you, this character gets a little silly. Crouching, stand fierce, low forward. The fireball is a poke, and you can't punish it. Sigma Male is starting to rally. Azan has to be happy. Tip of the iceberg dive kick, and now this is the first time I've seen Thunder, you know, kind of distraught.
I mean, it's tough, right? Because I think one thing you also need to have in mind is, you know, Akuma always has the threat of Demon Flip into no shortage of options that leave him plus to continue the pressure. So whenever you block anything, you have to sit there and be like, should I be ready to uppercut something? Okay. We are testing some latency is what's going on here. Apparently it was all bait. Thunder DIs through the fireball.
Yeah, but importantly, gonna get the overhead, the collarbone breaker, and gonna set up the shimmy once again. Burnout has been engaged though for Thunder, and right now it's gonna be a sip of calamity. Drinks up for Sigma Male. And look at this damage. One last scenario on the table for Thunder. What's gonna be OD Fireball? Gonna try to do a spacing trap. Nobody home though. Throw in the corner. Thunder looking real strong, but you gotta pay the tax if you want to jump. And Thunder paid that tax, and now Sigma Male is in the lead.
Yeah, Akuma's just so solid, and you know, I feel like what were the big changes for him were the forward medium kick had more recovery on whiff, and they're supposed that they added more recovery to the empty demon flip follow up. Those were the big ones, right?
Yeah, Shasta Zaffarino, they were talking about the patch on patch day, and they were testing it out. Also, Mr. Mustopheles put a really good roundup of those changes as well. Shout outs to them. This character, also the fact that Gohado, the fireball had an extended hurt box forward after the attack startup, you don't feel it. Like, you really don't feel it. This character still does a lot of damage. The ODDP changed for damage-wise. It's okay. You know, this character's still an issue. This character's still doing what they need to do. Yeah, it's the demon swoop where like he does empty jump into nothing, demon flip into nothing. So
yeah, I mean, extended hurt box on the fireball after attack startup. Like, so when it says after attack startup, is that like the startup frames, or once it gets to active frames there is a bigger hurt box? I imagine it's the latter.
Yeah, it's definitely the latter on that. Also, go ahead.
Who is out here clipping the startup of Akuma's fireball?
CPU level 9.
Okay. Yeah, Cern Bison.
Cern and Bison in the background. It's like, yeah, man, I can punish this, no problem. I'm just not a computer.
I just have to read your inputs on a quantum computer.
Yeah, just, you know, it's just a normal day. Like, I can win Evo if I really want to. Nice anti-air crouch fierce. Doesn't get a full follow-up though off the force knockdown.
Yeah, that's a real shame. Okay, more we want it again. I think that point it was like, all right, cool. It didn't work the first time. I'm not going to go for it. Sweep did not believe in our ability to anti-air. We got lucky that the dive kick came out, but the same interaction once again beats the standing fierce. And Sigma Male already up a game. Wow, even going for the DR jab, wants to set up these spacing traps, backing way off, giving Thunder a lot of room to breathe.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're Akuma, you still have that really fast fireball. You still have things like Stand Fierce that can cut through it. The perfect parry is going to cut through, but no punish. You got to pay the tax once again for the jump, and now you're going to pay the tax for trying to move forward. Azan and Sigma Male are on set point to move on.
Okay. Big DP to open that one up, beating the air fireball out of Azan. Big meaty standing fierce, but we don't get anything out of it. I mean, Ryu does chunks, especially when he has bar, right? So this ought to be a good position for Thunder. The problem is, no matter what is going on, nothing removes from Akuma the fact that he has every tool you might want in a fighting game in his kit. That neutral game is going to be exceedingly hard to deal with. Finding another uppercut, though, the longer you can keep neutral going and just play off of uppercuts, the better this is for Thunder, because that all adds up. And particularly for Akuma with that reduced life. No whiff punish on the crouching medium kick, but they are both trying.
Yeah, they're really trying hard to find something to thread the needle. Low forward, no drive rush, unfortunate. ODDP, close to burnout is Thunder. Thunder has to be really, really careful what they do right now. What a jump in, but no confirm, right back at you. Full confirm instead. Sigma Male steals it with the Sip of Calamity critical art. Take this plasma in the face. They're moving on to winter semis to meet Shine and Knuckle Dew. Riddles and Thunder's got to find something to bring it back and lose it.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a bad pull. Akuma, man, I don't know what you have to do to this character. I genuinely believe that I don't know that I've seen Akuma be bad in a fighting game that was not a team fighting game. For as long as I have played fighting games, if it was a 1v1 fighter, Akuma was good.
Yeah, I mean, no, because Street Fighter Cross Tekken's a team game. How
was he in Cross? Was he bad in Cross Tekken?
He was okay. Like compared to the rest of the cast, like he wasn't like obviously between like the hierarchy of like Chun, Horong, Nina, and all the Tekken characters. Like he still had a place, but it wasn't like up there. Like he was one of the only few Street Fighter characters that you can play in the game. Like with him, like Rolento, Akuma, Sagat.
Okay. Yeah, I Cross Tekken didn't stay on my radar for super long, but what also astounds me is that even the Tekken version of him is a criminal.
Silly. Yeah, he's definitely silly. Street Fighter Cross Tekken is like, I don't think I've ever told you this. This is actually my favorite fighting game. Like actually.
I think you have told me that.
Yeah.
Because I know you played that before Fighters.
Yeah, I played that before Fighters, and I actually like did a lot of. If you for some reason find tapes of me commentating just me solo for like hours, shouts to TE Fight Stands, Deep Cut. I played a lot of that game, and I almost got my first top 8 at a tournament in Cross Tekken, first medal. It was NEC 2014.
I was about to say, I'm like, oh, okay, we're top 8ing. And I was like, yeah, I've top 8'd a local. I was like, oh, damn, no, we're talking about real tournaments? Damn, okay. Yeah. Putting his credentials on the table.
Yeah, the only reason why I didn't top 8 is because I popped off and like and now granted I was a teenager. The button jammed because I had like a really critical moment in the set. I took a game off Justin Wong. Then I took a game off Justin Wong back at ECT 2023 in the game. I'm chilling. The Wazler though, still really good at fighting games. I'm still so sorry that someone took your name on Marvel Rivals. Sorry.
Hey, you know what? Whoever took it, I think Wazler is gonna have to be a name that represents fear in the hearts of new and inexperienced players. No disrespect to Justin, I don't know that that's gonna be him in an FPS. But like some Overwatch pro that's like thinking on a next level layer of lore and turning the shit into the Dread Pirate Roberts picked up Wazler and is gonna devastate people.
It's like the Brotherhoods. It's like the Syndicate from Assassin's Creed. I'm starting to play Black Flag, so that's why. Like you have the Brotherhood, and it's like we gotta pass to the next person.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Black Flag's an older one. How are you only getting to Black Flag now?
So shout out to T3. So like me and him and Dumas, we were talking a lot, and I was like, I'm trying to play through other stuff, like because instead of just playing fighting games, and I was like, Black Flag intrigued me the most. I know I'm going out of order, I know that, but like pirates. I even tweeted about that today, and I was like, you know what, pirates. And every time I play the game, I just hear Pirates of the Caribbean in the back of my mind, and I'm like assassinating people, and I'm like, the stab.
But the game already has sick music in it. Like the sea shanties are amazing already. Why do you need to add different pirate music?
Listen, this is how my brain works, Doc.
It's just in his head.
I can't help.
It is arguably one of the better AC games as well. So that you're not losing by playing it.
Yeah. I haven't really messed with the AC series since the AC2 and their assorted spin-offs. Big ups to anybody that's still enjoying them. I am gonna ruin the Pirates theme for you. If you've played Elder Scrolls Morrowind, the themes are the same.
So funny thing is, I never played Elder Scrolls, so we're totally fine.
You've never played a single Elder Scrolls?
No, I just played
Okay.
fighting games and SSX, bro. The snowboarding game, that was my jam. And Ratchet and Clank.
Damn, that feels like a deep cut.
That is a very deep cut. But speaking of a deep cut, you know what we haven't talked about yet? Zangief in this patch. Fat Manatee Doc Morales coming up to bat against Enzo and JB.
Yeah, no, I did not look too closely at Zangief, but I mean, Zangief was obviously in a great position going into this patch. I'm going to pull up on the side what he did end up getting.
A lot of drive gauge changes. I was been watching Brutus kind of break down the patch, as right now Enzo's breaking down Fat Manatee's defense with these Jinrai setup situations. The impact is there. Can take a full confirm. No, we didn't get the all of it. Unfortunate. Giving Fat Manatee a chance to live, but the ODDP to round out the round. Enzo very comfortable.
Yeah, I think one of the things about Zangief is, like, you do have to play a legit neutral game before you're able to get into range and start running your offense in a way that frightens people. And if you're a character that can compete in that mid-range game against him, it can be a little bit hard to get started. And I have every expectation that Ken ought to be a character like that. He's got good pokes, he's got a fireball that he can represent, and the fact that he can keep his pressure going in the ways that he can, and he forces corner so easily, all make it difficult. Perfect parry on the charge, standing fierce. Enzo the Hokage having level 3 in the back. I'm not positive that this kills, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be close because you gotta max it out. Actually, it's going to, because it's level 3, and because you made that point earlier, it did get into the yellow with that confirm. So Enzo did everything they needed to do to stay comfortable with it. True story, real quick, at ECT, in this matchup, I literally said to myself, I was like, if I let Zangief in, I am in deep trouble. And Enzo right now doing what they can to keep Fat Manatee on the back foot in this situation and set up the throw loops in the corner.
Yeah, if you let Zangief in, you're in big trouble. Might as well just be like the strategy guide answer to Zangief is like, yeah, you want to keep him wherever your best button is, you want to keep him there.
Maybe a little bit out
mad
more.
Plus frames. Oh my god, the disrespect and forcing out the defensive command grab that does get called out. Enzo with the strong corner offense sets up a nearly guaranteed DI. I mean, all you could have done was level 1, but it's not going to matter. Keeps the bar. Fat Manatee heavily on the back foot right now.
Yeah, this is the second time we've seen it this set already. Same situation on the DI. Granted, you did have the level 1, but unfortunately, doesn't do much on the ground. So Enzo takes full advantage. ODDP unhand me, but there's the charge stand fierce we were looking for before. No punish on the Jinrai, unfortunately. I don't believe Zangief can punish that with light SPD. I'm not 100% sure.
Throw pressure for Enzo, keeping Fat Manatee back in the corner. We have level 3 available, and it's in the yellow, so I think this one ought to be dead too. There is a better scaling situation for Enzo than there was in the previous one. Yes, indeed. Enzo with a clean sweep to close that first one out, setting up JB versus Doc Morales to see who is gonna move on.
We're gonna be
that was dominant.
That was very dominant. Doc Morales going on the sim. Yo, this is two characters we didn't get to see really much. Dhalsim and Zangief. I'm a happy guy. I like to see variety in my Street Fighter 6. But JB, no slouch in this matchup at all. Does play Liquid a lot. Did have to play Lilyman a lot in Street Fighter League. So the sim matchup seems very, seamless to him. So it'll be really, really interesting to see how, if Doc Morales can get something started with the sim.
Yeah, another character that is, lacking in the reversal department. Rashid can be so dominant. And I also feel like Rashid gets a fair bit of mileage off of like air juggles and getting like some of the forced knockdown state situations. So you need to be worried about misspacing teleports or misutilizing some of your float normals. It's definitely not going to be trivial for Dhalsim, and already in the corner here is Doc Morales clipped by the overhead and JB going right for a knockdown. This party is started.
Oh my
Wow.
god, into the shimmy, eagle spike, empty into the stand, light punch. You got opened up mid, my friend. Gonna set up the safe jump once again, high-low. Here we go, nice parry, but the
Whoa.
counter hit stand medium punch into 7 letters that say perfect, Brad.
I'm pretty sure what happened there was he recognized the perfect parry and then delayed the standing strong to beat a defensive throw tech out of Doc Morales, because so commonly throw is the answer about it. So people parrying in that situation are gonna go for a defensive parry. Dive kick does connect. This is literally the first touch that Doc Morales has been able to find.
Yeah, this is, oh my god, snipe with the whirlwind shot. Mummy dive there to see what's going on. Parry attempt. Back throw, though. Doc Morales can get the space back that they need. Gotta be careful with those jumps if your JB OD mixer keeps them really close. So, oh my god, the whirlwind shot once again. Brad, if you feel it, chase it. Level 2 is engage. Mummy dive. Gotta be careful. Take the throw. It's gonna be okay.
Wow, you got away with that DI there. That's wild. Mummy dive comes out, but the trade is gonna go the way of JB in that first game of the set. Going to him. You know what's one of the tough things for Sim in this matchup? You called out those whirlwind shots. They all cover these like different trajectories in the air, so you know you need to be choosy about them, except because Sim's limbs in the air extend and cover so much space. If Sim chooses to act in the air, it feels like it's so much easier for any of your whirlwind shots to have been the correct choice.
Yeah, and just how meticulous JB is. We've been talking about it all night. Is how meticulous how he is in spacing. Also, he is one of the few Rashids that I see really have mastered force knockdown and really maximizing it. But right now, Doc Morales gonna maximize this damage, gonna set up shop once again. Flash parry gets punished by the throw, and now Doc Morales back foot, but any teleport's gonna get them out. Get out. Again.
Big pickup, clips with the low forward. JB still in the driver's seat, forcing Doc Morales back. We get the pickup off that force counter, the force knockdown state, exactly as you were talking about. We saved the bar, didn't believe in the low short as the party starter, backing way off. Does elect to spend the Yasar to try to force the issue. Now you just gotta wait. If he chooses to teleport out, he's gonna get clipped.
Ouch. That sucks. Right now, Doc Morales gotta find something though. Got a big beat. JB on set point.
Yep, Fireball does connect the jump out attempt. Throw tech working out for JB, and Doc Morales finding a teleport forward to get away from that whirlwind shot. But this is the second time now that interaction has happened. The exact same interaction, up forward from JB to get away from a meaty setup. Parry pump to beat the jump attempt, gets baited and blown up by empty jump, back throw. And JB's back in the driver's seat, having another level 2 available for him. Finds the throw. This, I thought it would have been, but instead we're gonna combo into it.
And to get the crouch fierce confirmed. We've been seeing a lot of Rashids go to that well a lot recently, especially JB, canceling into that, guaranteeing the level 2 activation to set up things like burnout, set up things like drive reversal to potentially get a burnout, and or just getting the hit just in general. JB wraps it up for him and Enzo, and they move on into our winners top 4.
Yeah, and the waiting to play. Oh, actually, it looks like Bunch is gonna come in and talk to y'all.
No, we're just gonna go to ads.
Oh, okay, that's fine too.
I got nothing to say.
See, whenever you pop in, especially as we're getting towards around this point in the evening, I'm like, yeah, so Bunch is gonna like throw us to a an ad break or something.
Sign up for DIY, bro. Start.gg/DIY. We got Street Fighter 6, we got Third Strike, we got Tekken, we got City of the Wolves. I keep trying to call him Mark of the Wolves. I'm old.
That's fair. And Bunch, correct me if I'm wrong, there's a cap for each game, right?
Yeah, it's every bracket is capped at 96. So 96 for Street Fighter, 96 for Third Strike, 96 for Tekken, and so on and so forth. It's only 4 games, so like you better make sure that you get in there.
Yeah. Make sure you guys sign up for that. Also, make sure you guys also just keep a lock on DIY. Honestly, again, when I was talking to you guys off air about it, I was really appreciative the fact that you guys have an event out in New York in May, because you know, for some people that can't make out the other events in that time period, now we have an alternative somewhere close where we can drive an hour or two to have a really good tournament experience. And also, the tournaments happen the same day. So if you like, to your point that you made earlier, Brad, listen, if you're only there for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, go there. If you're there for just Street Fighter 6, go there for the day.
Yep.
Enjoy.
Yep. Guaranteed that we're gonna finish every game the same day it starts. Like that is our solemn promise to all of you guys. So yeah, make sure you guys sign up, and yeah, stay tuned for more info. We still have many things to announce. We're just currently working on them in real time. So we can't even.
They're doing it themselves.
Show you anything. There's nothing. There's no surprise. We just haven't finished working on them.
That's totally fair. Also, speaking of NYC Tekken and Casa and TSB, shout outs to Fear of Silence at the TWT Global Finals, representing New York with the hoodie. I just saw that pull through my timeline. I was like, you know what? This is what I love to see.
Yeah, send the homie Fear your guys' energy. We're definitely trying to make a name for ourselves. He had quite the run in the early months of Tekken 8, and he's reaping the benefits being out there.
That game is mad fun to watch, I'll say.
It's a game.
I tuned out of it just because I didn't have the time, but I was thoroughly enjoying it when it started. I actually just saw, as you're talking about Fear of Silence, I just saw a clip on my timeline of them, and the other player is playing Steve. I thought Steve wasn't good in Tekken 8.
I heard he's doing.
Steve is okay. I heard. Did Dr. leave already?
I have no idea.
Sick. All right, yeah, well, we're here.
Yeah, we're hanging out.
Waiting for waiting for Doctor to push one out.
Bro.
You know how earlier in the evening, I don't even remember if this was on camera or just before we went live, but we talked about how one of the early mission statements of when we were bringing Casa back was letting everyone see behind the curtain.
Yeah, so like back in the day when we first started, I would like, it was heavy emphasis on like making the production as clean as possible, and then when we were coming back, I kind of wanted to throw that out the window. But like we had to find like a happy medium for both. Shout outs to the Matcherino that Doctor's finally showing off. And yeah, make sure you guys use the codes matcherino.com/C/CASA-SF6. Let's get these players paid, man. Let's blow this shit up.
Absolutely. You know, it's been a good time here at Pull Your Weight tonight. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. Casa always brings the electricity, no matter what event it be, whether it be Pull Your Weight, the normal bracket style, also the kickback. There's something to do always here at Casabunch. Make sure you guys tune in and join in on all these matches. Make sure you guys join the Discord.
Might have to call an audible real quick. We got other people in other tournaments. Give me a sec.
I see.
Do we want to send it to? I can actually send it to a video. So let's do that.
Ooh.
As long as this works. I honestly don't guarantee.
So what better way to test it than with people watching?
Let's go gambling.
Let's go
What?
gambling.
What is this person?
Ah, dang it!
Can I still hear him?
And we're back.
Indeed, we are. Hopefully, y'all didn't actually hear us talking about that the whole time. Or maybe you didn't and you don't hear us now.
Make
There's
sure
a
you guys
complete
sign
mix-up
up for
happening here.
DIY because
Yeah.
DIY over at Brookland, 339 Troutman Street, May 3rd and 4th of next year. So come spend Cinco de Mayo with us. We'll have City of the Wolves, Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, Third Strike, all under one roof. Tekken and City of the Wolves will be Saturday, the 3rd, and both Street Fighters will be on the 4th. Every game is ending the day that they start. So if you want to come through and get a 1-day pass, feel free. That's an option. Or if you want to come and hang out for both days, that's also an option. Totally up to you. You definitely save money by buying a 2-day, wink wink, if you're trying to be about that life. So don't buy 2 1-days. Don't get bodied. If you buy 1 day and try to come the next day, you will not be allowed in.
Should be a really good time.
So I'm looking at this graphic. As
Yep.
stunning as the graphic is, Hugo's obviously playing drums.
Uh-huh.
It's JP on bass.
Of course.
Is that supposed to be Raven on the left?
No.
No, that's the new guy, the new Grant function in Fatal Fury. If you know, you know.
Okay,
And
I
then-
see. So
And then Huarang on vocals.
that makes sense then. Okay, I was trying to place who those last two were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so so shout out to Quasimodox. He did that graphic. If I had it my way, there would be so much more Third Strike in there. So thank God I didn't have complete and total control over it. Because I was like, put Necro and Remy here and this, that, and everybody was like, so what about the other games? And I was like, you're right. So now we always had a vision of like, since it's like a punk rock show, it needs to be like 4 really different people on each part of the instrumentation. So like, of course, you got the weird sorcerer guy on bass. You've got it doesn't get more punk rock than Huarang. And then Hugo on drums just makes absolute sense. You're crazy if you don't think that. And then the new character, he's not really new, but I think his name is Vox. I keep forgetting his name.
Vox Reaper, yeah.
Yeah, Vox Reaper. I felt like he was the most punk rock thing out of City of the Wolves. Aside from like Hair Down Terry, like it doesn't get more punk rock than that guy, in my opinion.
I'm excited actually. On a side note, I'm actually excited to play Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. It looks really, really good. Vox has definitely been one of the characters that I've been kind of looking at. So I'm super excited to try the game out when that comes out. But yeah, make sure you guys sign up for DIY 3rd and the 4th of May. I will definitely be there in some sort of capacity. I don't know if I'm entering both games that I want to enter or just hang out for the weekend. I'm not sure yet. But make sure you guys sign up. Make sure you sign up before they hit cap, because if you try to sign up after it hits 96 cap, you'll be really, really sad.
Yeah, and I also think early reg is cheaper, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely early bird right now.
Yeah.
It's
So get in while the getting's good. It's gonna be
it's
y'all
very,
have
it's very
consumed events.
right now. It's very inexpensive to buy 1 day and 2-day passes.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you what's coming next for regular and late. I don't want to tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, y'all have consumed tournaments run by these individual TOs coming together for this one already in the last couple of years. So when they tell you that the game will be done the day that it starts, you can trust that it's gonna happen.
Speaking of tournaments run by those individuals, has our Audible been selected
Yeah,
yet?
everything is kind of fucked right now.
Okay.
That's why we're talking.
No, that's fine. I was just double checking because I had a player join the room. So
Impromptu podcast.
Yeah. So sorry guys for the delay. We have very good players in multiple brackets. It's just the nature of the beast. Waiting on Shine and Knuckle Dew. They're currently playing like literally right now. So we're just waiting for them, and then we have literally loser side matches happening right now. So there's kind of no way to slice this. Can we pirate somebody?
I was just
That way
thinking
we
that.
just-
Yeah.
Yeah, let's maybe do or Shine. I don't know if Shine's streaming.
I think they're both streaming.
Yeah.
I think.
And then once they're done, we can get as an Sigma male.
Also, shout outs to you guys having DIY early bird registration happening until the day after my birthday.
Oh yeah, make sure you
there you go.
treat yourself to a wonderful birthday
I'm d-
present.
That'll be lit. That'll be really nice. Also, being in New York food always goes hard. Super excited for that.
Definitely.
Mm.
We're definitely eating good that weekend.
Say less.
Already got me excited. I was already excited. Now I'm more excited.
You said food. That's all I need to know.
Mm.
Actually, Bunch, do you remember that pizza place you took us to for Super TSB? Hold on, there's something really loud in my face.
No.
You want him to pick one pizza place in New York?
Are you talking about the one down the block?
The one with hot honey. We went there with
Ooh.
Dan.
Oh yeah, that I don't know. I'm kind of tired of that place.
Is
I
it?
mean, I'll take.
Is
you
it
guys
Crispy Pizzeria?
there.
Yeah, that place came up on my TikTok.
Yeah, that place is good. It's just I'm tired of it. Trying to think of I don't know. I'm not really excited about any pizzerias right now. It's kind of sad. Everybody's a hot honeyer.
That's fair.
Hot honey is so played out.
See, that's why I don't like food then. Especially when you take away the delicacy of it, you have it as a special treat or only one spot does it, but now everybody else does it.
Yeah, it's
What?
just it's whatever.
Wow. Shine with the confirm though. Nice.
Kim's looking pretty strong.
I will say, yeah. Kim's looking like one of the better characters in this game now. I don't think I don't know. It's too early to say who's really, 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 really strong. I mean, Rashid's still up there. Guile's still up there. Kim,
Arlo said Prince Street Pizza. Prince Street's okay. It's not my go-to, but I'm not really out in the city like that to begin with.
Ice honey.
Sounds great. What have I been eating recently in New York? I've just been cycling through my four favorite places, to be honest. It's just been ramen, Vietnamese food, barbecue, and then my favorite pizza spot. Cuts and slices. I want to try cuts and slices so bad, but it's so expensive. I can't justify it, and I live 40 minutes from there driving.
Ooh.
So I'm it's I have to go at a certain time, and then I have to spend $90, and then it's bro.
$90?
Yeah, a pie of oxtail pizza is $80.
That sounds amazing.
Oxtail pizza? What?
Yeah, it sounds incredible. I really want to try so much of the shit that they have there, but I can't with a good conscience just be yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
I mean, considering what you and Dan ate at ECT, I think if we all get together, we can swing it.
Oh, the tomahawk? The tomahawk was fire.
The $200 steak.
Yeah. Yet oxtail anything should not be an all the time thing. For sure. You're definitely right on that, Arlo.
Yeah.
Oxtail's so not good for you. But it's amazing. Oh, I gotta
Chicken's fine.
sneeze. Oh,
God bless you.
held it in.
Oh
Held it
wow.
in like a real one. They have some of the most innovative slice combos. Yeah, like I wish I could eat all of them because like they have like shrimp and stuff. I can't do shellfish, so it's like it's brutal.
Are you allergic to it?
Yeah, I'm allergic to all shellfish.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
chicken and waffle slice sounds. All right, look,
I'm
gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. You know, like this is a place of honesty, right? We don't do that. We don't cap.
Yeah.
Chicken and waffles, mad overrated.
Yeah.
Mad overrated. But
The thing is, like, when you get the one good chicken and waffles, though, it's amazing.
but
That's facts.
it has taken me a very long time to find that one good chicken and
Exactly.
waffles. Like it's either the waffles mad good and the chicken's ass, or vice versa,
It's never
or
both.
both of them are ass.
That's usually the more likely addition
That
that you
shit-
pick up.
Yeah.
That shit pisses me off to no end.
It definitely can be hit or miss, but when it hits, that hits.
But it hasn't hit. That's the problem. It's like
Ever?
one has been good and one has been terrible, or both have been terrible. I've never gotten like that one plate where I'm like, damn, I get it now.
I'm sorry for you, man. That sucks.
Yeah, chicken and waffles is so not it for
Brad's
me.
making it sound like he knows where to get the good chicken and waffles, but won't tell you.
No, I mean I have had chicken and waffles that I enjoyed.
Damn, you
That doesn't mean that like the bunch may disagree.
Where'd you go?
It's this place in Assembly Row called Southern King Cookhouse.
Okay. I do like me some assembly row.
Isn't that where that barbecue place we went during PAX was?
Yes, it is.
Yes, sir. That was
It
fun.
so good.
Or the
Shit
one
was
that
mad good.
Acoustics went to the wrong one.
Yeah, that was funny
Bro,
too.
that shit had me. That shit had me dying.
It's like go to the the smoke shop in Somerville. Like I still don't know where they ended up.
I didn't even know it was possible to do what he did.
See, the problem is Smoke Shop. If you just Google it, probably doesn't give you what you need. But
Yeah, no.
not in Massachusetts anymore.
Especially in Massachusetts now.
Yeah. What do you mean
Yeah,
accessible chicken and waffles? Like, does that just mean passable? Like, you're not pissed that you spent money on it, but like, you know it could be better.
Yeah, accessible is a very specific word choice. It almost sounds like he's insulting your palate. Like, oh, you know what? If you don't know what makes chicken and waffles good, here's your entry level chicken and waffles.
No, but I get him though, because like we went to this, like, I'm doing air quotes right now, this soul food spot the other night, and I had the most passable plate of catfish, and I was like, this is good, but I'm not running out to go get this again. Like,
That's actually why I stopped ordering fish when I go out, because like, it could be good, but it might not be good.
It was good. It was good. It wasn't like, because like I've been craving catfish for like 3 weeks now. I've been like,
you expect more from a soul food place. You're like, they're gonna know how to do this.
Well,
Right.
I don't give anybody that anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I don't care, because like I've been to so many pizzerias that I'm like, yo, this is shit, and it's been like all Italians, so like you can't even be like, oh, the Mexicans in the back are making it. Like those guys can't even get that off, because it's just like they're just disgruntled old people stuck in their ways, not making good food. And I don't know, it's
Italians being stuck in their ways? No way.
Yeah, who'd have thought?
Crazy.
Who'd have thought? Whoa, what a concept. All right, we ready? Shine one. Who knew? All right, let's get this show on the road.
Who do I gotta invite? Is the question.
Azin, Sigma Male, Shine, and Knuckle Do Dang.
Knuckle Dusif.
ETV/Knuckle Do.
Yeah.
He's in the chair. Can confirm.
And $3. He is in the chair. That's a fact. That's
we can see it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Literally see it. You guys can literally see it. The chair
We're
is
gonna
there.
get some
pull it up. You can pull it
Duception
up
in
right
a
now.
second. No, like it's on.
You know what I was about to
stream
say? Do was watching Shopify, not Shopify.
still. Is 3
Fly
spelled out?
Quest.
I don't remember. Or is it just 3?
No.
Yeah, just
Number 3.
Oh, well.
I put it in the thing.
Oh, did you? Okay.
There you go. I pinged you.
Oh wait, are they?
$3.
Is he about to play in Fly
Yes.
Quest? Arlo says Knuckledoo's chair is my favorite streamer.
Dude, Knucklejuice chair was a highlight of Street Fighter 6 so far because you just see the chair, and then he would be at a turn, and then Knuckledu would be at a tournament, and the chair would be rooting him on, and it would just be all chair emojis.
Yo, Knuckle Do's chair held me down all of 2024.
Facts. Yo, you get a Twitch wrapped, and it's just Knuckledu's chair.
Oh, I forgot Twitch does that actually.
Oh yeah,
Mine's just gonna be Casa, honestly.
probably.
Because all the streamers I watch are on YouTube, and it's
Yeah.
better image quality over there. So why would I watch Twitch with ads?
Yeah, but the chat quality is better over here.
Oh, I'd turn chat off. There's nothing in chat that I need to read.
That's half the fun, bro.
Wow.
That's half the fun.
Yo,
Just
We've
We've been engaging
watching-
with chat.
Nah, I don't engage. I just watch. watching these people that can't do half the shit that the person that they're watching is doing. Just critique them with every turn. Oh, cinema.
This
Also,
still
Oscar
Arlo-
nominated.
Is this still semis? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, it's
Yeah.
still semis. Still semis. Also, Arlo
It's
with the
chemis.
best line.
Ooh.
Honestly, the fact that Knucklejuice chair wasn't nominated for Fighting Game Streamer of the Year, it's kind of rude.
that's true. That's true. Fuck Jeff Keighley.
Wow. Got my vote.
Wow. I don't know why that got me.
Say Jam who? Knucklejuice chair though.
I didn't see who else was nominated.
I think it's Punk, Sajam, think Justin, and Lily Pichu, I think.
So wasn't there a VTuber on there?
Oh, I did see.
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing Lily Pichu. Yeah. I don't think I realized that it was a category specifically for fighting games. All right, it looks as though the players are debating whether they have to go in a fixed order or if they want to blind pick their player order to try to figure out the matchups that they're going to deal with. I must say, I just saw a queue up of Jamie and DeGuile. Enjoy yourself. Like, Azan, sorry.
No. Oh no.
Hey man,
Guile is why I don't play Jamie.
teams, bro. Figure it out.
Pull your weight.
Be better. All right, bye.
Bunch leaving us into the
Okay.
ether as we get into our winners. Other half of winner semis to be Shine Knuckle going up against Azan and Sigma Male.
Ooh, okay. Placing the standing roundhouse very well. And he has the OD breakdance to get through the fireball. So now having Knuckle in the corner, but backing way off here is Azan. That's a lot of breathing room.
I mean, it is, but now, I mean, despite that, you still have the fact that you have a breakdance already available, and then if need be, you're already seeing Knuckle already trying to attack Azan with their drive gauge, and now just slowly playing that chip game. Nice anti-air with the standing medium kick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wanted to try for a whiff punish with towards roundhouse. We're not quite going to get it. Blocking the low forward. No, goes for OD. Rekka, I think, wanted to try to cash out the damage and then get the cash back on the drink extension, but not going to get it. And it's a regular breakdance. That is not the best tool for you. DI, you are going to get stunned for your trouble. And NuckleDu ought to be able to close this one out. Has another drive rush cancel available after all of this loop and a level 1 in the back.
Yeah, I gotta fully maximize it. Sonic Hurricane, and it's gonna be NuckleDu. The one thing I want to make note about that is that we've seen players like Angry Bird, for example, really manipulate the screen space to when they get that stun, where they DI at the perfect range where the corner just hits at the end. Do recognize that space and took full advantage of that, and I really like how NuckleDu is keeping pace right now. Zahn still has plenty of time, still has that 2 out of 3, and still already has dive kick available if need be.
It's tough, like with how bad his dive kick is, with how fast Guile's fireball can recover, it can still feel really daunting to try to contend with it. Clipped by the drive rush, low strong, and now forced to weather this storm. That drive gauge rapidly depleting here for Azan. A nice jab check earns him another drink. But this hard read on a fireball, it's fine. We have the level 2 to keep the issue.
Ooh. Got a flash level 2 of our own. Now, Azan looking pretty bleak in the drive gauge department, trying to find an answer. Gonna set up the Rekka pressure, but there's the mini booms. Take a little bit of damage.
All right. Oh, clipped by a real unfortunate. There is not a lot of drive gauge still here to contend with for Azan. And I must say, even if Azan is able to get in and start running their game, you just do not feel as though you have the resources to try to close out this round. It's not going to happen. NuckleDu securing the first game for his team.
Yeah, these two, we beg the question, right? Can NuckleDu do it with another partner? This will be the third different partner so far that NuckleDu has won a championship with in Pull Your Weight.
Oh man, not able to get the extension with the jump roundhouse there off of that particular combo route. So losing out on a knockdown, losing out on a drink level, really unfortunate. Nice perfect parry, but we're not getting a whole lot out of it. And just the amount of control that Guile represents from that range is overwhelming for Jamie to try to deal with. His best tools take a little bit too long and lose out on the trades. And if you try to force the issue and bulldoze in, he just has great options to keep you honest. It's really hard to try to get in on Guile. The dive kick gets whip punished. Y'all see that super slight ground adjustment, the minutest of walkbacks out of NuckleDu?
This is why this guy's a former Capcom Cup champion and actually qualified for this year's upcoming Capcom Cup in Japan. Just those minute details that you have to be paying attention to if you're NuckleDu's opponent, like where they are sitting at different ranges. Where are they sitting with their booms? Where are they sitting with things like crouching medium punch, stand medium punch, and stand fierce? As we see NuckleDu gonna take a full confirm, still has one last drive rush in the tank. We're gonna save it for a rainy day. Go for the level 3. Set up a situation in the corner where Azan has to unfortunately guess for game. What's it gonna be? Level 2 to get the drive gauge back. It's looking kind of bleak though, Brad.
Okay, we get the pickup. Thankfully, that drive gauge earned by that level 2 meaty jab does connect. We get another decent knockdown going for the safe jump setup, but Dew just patiently waiting it out, able to find the breathing room to throw a fireball. Low forward connects. Overhead not going to do it, but that slight walk back, almost getting a whip punish on that standing medium kick, and we go for the jump over the fireball, but it is slightly mistimed. NuckleDu able to close that one out. It's not a fun matchup, y'all.
Yeah, it's... They were, we worried about Bison and Guile back in Street Fighter 4, right? With the infamous 7-3. I know it's not 1-to-1, but based on what I saw there, granted there was moments where Azan had a lot of good promise, things like that level 2 activation at the end, just to kind of keep that keep the meter intact. But now it's gonna be up to Sigma Male to see how they can close it out. But now we see Shine not on Ed anymore. Keeping Ed in the back pocket. We're going back to the main squeeze.
I mean, Kimberly got some love in this patch. Why not come back and see whether the grass is greener over here? I mean, quite literally, Kim gets buffed and Ed gets a nerf that is a series of nerfs that are kind of troublesome for him. No reason not to try to keep this one going. Okay, corner pressure, throw loop city, catches the backdash. Layer 2, both Shine and Do so great at bringing out that layer 2 here and catching you for trying to make the smart decision.
Yeah, but right now we're gonna punish the shimmy attempt, the throw attempt, bind Shine. Shine walking a Sigma male to the corner. Nice low strong. Gonna set up no flash parry punish. Gets away scot-free. Pays attacks for trying to jump out of the corner with that crosscut. Sigma male very comfortable. Level 1's gonna get smoked by the fireball charge, and I actually like that. I love that actually.
Yeah, great choice. I mean, Kimberly doesn't have a reversal option unless she chooses to commit that bar. So going for meaty OD fireball there, great choice. And we saw it represented in Sigma Male's previous set on Akuma as well. But this pressure in the corner right now, super daunting. Good jab check. We find a knockdown into some safe pressure.
Yeah, taking our time, seeing if Shine can thread the needle right now. I'm liking where Sigma Male's sitting with these fireballs right now. Nice anti-air by Sigma Male. Try to open them up. Well, no dice for that.
Okay, that
but there's the
fireball
jump.
threat. Yeah, huge jump there from Shine. Not to be dissuaded by the first fireball. Sigma Male committing just a little bit too hard to that game and not recognizing the threat of continued verticality out of Shine, 1 round apiece.
Yeah, and I mean, Shine does have the level 3 locked and loaded. Well, about to get it this round. Sigma Male already has level 3 bars locked and loaded for this round. Any good hits gonna head into that sip of calamity. We're gonna see the full confirm here into the corner with the heavy Tatsu. Gonna set up the throw there, punish the flash parry. Shine kind of in a bad spot.
Ooh.
Does evades the tax with that situation a little too early, late on the actual DP.
Wow. I am surprised we didn't go for a route that ended into level 3. We had earned level 3 from it, and it would have given you the drive gauge advantage. I mean, now we get to close that out into a kill, so all's well that ends well.
Yeah.
You know, I do think it may have been a better situation on paper had you committed to it earlier, but Shine is a way better player than me, so it worked out. First game is on the board.
Yeah, using that stand fierce that everybody's been talking about. Listen, let me tell you something. It's increased distance moved forward before the attack startup. Reduced attack hitbox on the edge of the attack. Listen, this button, I don't think it's on Ken levels of ridiculous, but it's definitely given some new life into the Ninja Star herself.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see if it matters. Kimberly, I think, is a character that over the lifespan of Street Fighter 6 has struggled to break through that, you know, mid-tier, maybe lower mid-tier because some of the weaknesses that she has. Great with punish to get the party started. Final fight combo into the back throw. We want that advantageous corner position and so many plus frames that you need to worry about. Meaty roundhouse does connect. Does Shine have the damage in the tank with a level 2 here? Yes, he does.
Yeah, this character does so much damage. Shout out to Dom SOS, one of our own, really like being one of those Kimberlys as well that really show this character off. Them, Desnir, Cycles as well. But Shine leading the charge right now, low floor to kick off this round and set up the situation for set point. And this is not where you want to be if you're Sigma Male. Nice counter hit, crouch jab, get the knockdown.
I think Shine's defense and ground game are just really hard to overcome, right? Because Sigma Male's having some great spots for crouching jab, but when it gets back to neutral in that situation, like Shine's defense is just panning out really well. And, you know, these uppercuts are not adding up the way that he needs them to. But Sigma Male does find the overhead to close that one out, staves off the end of the set for at least another round.
Yeah, but now we're back to the same situation we saw before, but this time Shine doesn't have as much meter. So you got to be careful. ODDP looks like try to hinder the run stop there. I really like that. Tries to go back to the well with the overhead. Nobody home for it, unfortunately. Shine's going to get the knockdown here, set up the drive rush once again. Nice break by Sigma Male. No dice on the regular DP, rather, because we saw that before. So I'm wondering why they're being reluctant now.
All right, punish counter throw to get that one going. Meaty pressure with the fireball. Wow, the very tip of the slide, but we have the level 3 in the back. Sigma Male is able to bring this one to a close and take us to a game 3.
Yeah, listen, the penance stare, as some might call it, for Akuma. And right now, Sigma Male's trying to get things rolling for their team and set up a situation where it might be Azan versus Shine to get out of this situation and get into a winners finals. Rather.
Definitely a better character matchup to try to navigate there for Azan, but Shine's still an incredibly strong player, and having a stellar ground game, I think Kimberly can fight that one all right, and that's only if it gets to that point. The uppercut gets baited, can is donated, but it doesn't matter. Shimmy works out. Shine one more touch for the round and forces the issue with the DI. Set point once again.
Yeah, Shine looking really, really comfortable in the pocket with this character. You know, they've been really rocking this character since the game's released, and you can really see it even despite, you know, playing Ed and Chun-Li for a little bit while now. Nice to see the Kimberly back on deck. Gonna set up the reset into the throw. Sigma Male, not a little bit of life left on the table. Gonna take the corner situation now, and throw on top of that. Ooh, sets up the back heavy kick OD fireball. I like that.
I wonder if maybe that catches backdash and gives you like a juggle extension or something. I've not seen that particular setup, but I am intrigued. Shine in Burnout, dealing with what is going to be a really daunting amount of chip. Oh, the ODDP clips at the very end. You could not have even blocked it.
Yeah, at that point in that range, you know, finally going for that. He's like, you know what? If I lose, cool. If I win, we get another round and fend off a match point.
That was wild. Should have been Shine's combo for the final fight chain, but the second jab actually did not connect properly. It's what's gotten us now into this situation. Meaty overhead into throw is the play from Sigma Male. Trying to keep it locked down, forward fierce. You need to respect it so much. Back throw out of Shine.
Yep. Run stop. Here comes the corner situation. Throw on deck. Gonna take the plus frames off the heavy kick. Trying to do something with it. Back throw incident once again. Sigma Male's got to play defense if they want to stay alive for their team. Anything will do. Oh, the jump out.
That jump out was crazy because both of these players genuinely win on the next touch. And Shine is the one who is going to find it, having the combo into the level 2. Sure. May as well.
Yeah, keep it short, keep it simple. We do this all day, every day, says Shine and Knuckle do. And they got a date with winners finals and JB and Enzo the Hokage. That is a slobber knocker if I've never heard of one.
Absolutely. And we do have the updates from the loser side as well. It looks like Riddles and Thunder moved on one half of that. Cycles and Slice will now be playing Azan Sigma Male to see who rounds out the top 4 of our teams.
Absolutely. Hope you guys have been enjoying tonight. I know we have a little bit of downtime in between, but I hope you guys are tuning in. And by the way, while in the interim, hit that Matcherino, ! Matcherino in the chat. That'll bring you right to the site. There's 27 codes left on the board. That is free. A 25-cent rent money that will help out all of these players. And especially during the holidays, you know, you want to make every moment count, every quarter counts.
And I'm sure we'll transition over to it as well. But if you have not heard of it yet, DIY is coming at you May 3rd and 4th of 2025. The crossover event, the premier local tournament being brought to you by the likes of NYC Tekken, TSB, and Casa, your favorite TOs, all under one roof, getting you in and out the door for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, and Street Fighter Third Strike. All games being run to completion in one day. So if you only want to come through for the title that, you know, you really go hard for, you could buy a one-day pass, in and out, have a grand old time. That is going to be at 339 Troutman Street in Brooklyn. That is Brookland if you have been in the area before. And you can head over to start.gg/DIY in order to register. The brackets are all capped at 96. So if you want to come through, get in while the getting's good.
Yeah, because you don't want to pay those late registration fees, and also if you try to sign up and it's 96, you might be a little sad about it. But shout out to the Casa, shout out to TSB, and shout out to NYC Tekken for holding us down at the beginning of May next year in 2025. Also being in New York, very easy drive for a lot of people in other states. I know I'm going to be coming down, hopefully with some folks from Connecticut. I know Massachusetts will probably be coming down. Rhode Island, Jersey, Philly. Everybody should be coming out to this event. Make sure you guys sign up and sign up quick.
All right, I do think that according to the Discord, we are going to be getting Shine and Do versus JB and Enzo as the next one. So jumping right up to the winners finals for this one, as we wait for losers semis to catch up. And at the top of the evening, these were the two teams that we were specifically talking about. It was like, all right, if either one of these guys were not in the bracket, the other team would be the favorite. So no huge surprise to see that this is going to be our winners finals for the evening. Player matchup could matter a whole lot right now, depending on how they line up some of these matchups.
Absolutely, I do. And one thing to mention, Enzo did win the last pull your weight as well. So we got two former champions in the mix for this winners finals, as well as a really interesting character pool that we can talk about, right? You have characters like Ken, you have characters like Ed, you have characters like Kim, you have characters like Rashid. There's also Do with a plethora of a character as well, with the DJ, with Guile, with Cammy. There's so many things you could be picking from, and it's gonna be really curious to see who gets it done first. And honestly, again, this is why, granted, we had those crazy bugs and we still have them right now, but this is why we play Street Fighter 6. There's so many great things that we can enjoy, and there's, you know, we're already midway through the season. It's kind of crazy to think about. Granted, yeah, Capcom Cup is close, but season 2 is fastly wrapping up, faster than you think. Mai just got her teaser trailer. She should be coming out probably around January, February. I pray it's not the same weekend as Frosty, because that would be insane.
Imagine.
Dude, I don't want to think about that yet. I might be going out there for the event, and I'm like, dude, if I have to like worry about another character, I maybe, but if I have to worry about another new character coming out, bet. But that character is an issue. I mean, I don't know. Terry was kind of underwhelming. But as we see, we got the Do Cam. As we see Knuckle Do and Shine playing off right now in grand finals, actually.
Oh, this is grand finals? Okay. And yeah, okay. Different character selections over on this one. Do bring out the DJ and Shine on the Ed that we have seen overwhelmingly more frequently from him as of late.
Yeah, I do think this like we were talking about before with this character. I think this character's still in an okay spot. Like he's not as oppressive as before. Like, let's call it what it is. Like you have to play a little bit better neutral, and like you're not relying on things like OD Blitz. The kill rush backwards nerf, I still don't really have. We don't really have like a really understanding of why they did it, because that was kind of debate out DI, so what I confirm. But I don't know. I do think he's gonna be in a good spot. Obviously, Lashar, I've been watching a couple of matches from him. They've been still cooking over in Japan, so not surprised about it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Ed. I think he's still gonna have a place here. Still has an incredibly strong level 2. Still has, you know, maybe the best 5 frame in the game. Is one of the privileged characters with the 4 light chain.
It's, I don't know, like I think the more we play this patch, I mean, we said this about one of the earlier patches too, right, where it's like we have these general impressions, but then we just kind of saw like we saw Ed got no changes. I'm like, okay, well, Ed was kind of like whatever, and then Momochi broke him, and then, you know, and then Lashar, and then Shine, Chris CCH really pushed the envelope with this character. What an impact. But
yeah,
you know, it's gonna be a matter of time. I'm gonna be curious to see what happens at Capcom Cup. Obviously, with Kings of the World still, actually, I think it's happening next week, if I'm not mistaken. A lot to go down.
I want to say the 12th.
Yeah, that's next week.
Oh no, I mean it must be the 14th because the 12th is a Thursday.
People flying in on the 12th.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not worried about Ed. I just like I'm not worried about Cammy. Like I think Cammy's still gonna be fine. We're not gonna see a mass exodus of Cammy or Ed players jumping over for greener pastures on other characters. The ones who were making mistakes and misutilizing these tools that got changed, they're gonna get filtered out. But the best players were already not making those mistakes and using those tools properly. So,
yeah. I mean, we see Chris Wong, right? When Lu got nerfed, they did play Akuma for a while, but then they went back to Luke. So it could be a same like situation with that.
Yeah, character strength is one thing, but character strength has to do with the character in a vacuum, and the way that you realize that character from game to game is something that does have impacts, right? Like if the thing that the character is best at doing is not something that you're capable of highlighting in the way that you play, then it doesn't matter if they're the best in class at that thing, because you're not.
Good point. Also, just going through the list of who's going to Kings of the World, it's kind of a who's who hasn't qualified yet for Capcom Cup, and I really find that interesting.
Well, it's the last one, right? And with a lot of the World Warriors, if not most of them, are concluded now. So it is getting... No one wants to have performed as well as some of these players have all year and then be forced to go to LCQ. That is the hardest tournament of the year every time.
There's no LCQ.
I must have been asleep for that. Are you really?
Yeah, it's all World Warriors in the premieres.
Oh God. All right, damn. That sucks for a lot of people then.
Yeah, so Kings of the World is a regular premiere, so it's only gonna be one singular spot left for grabs. I think, it's kind of obvious, and also, yeah, it's kind of obvious like where they want to go with, players that were left. Like I do think we're gonna see the Birds both make it. I think we're gonna see, so it's gonna be the premieres and then all the World Warriors. There's no sign of an LCQ.
Wow, I fully invented that in my head, I guess.
It's okay. It's this is, I would say, in Kings of the World, what's interesting about it, it's a lot of people that have already qualified for Capcom Cup. Punk's confirmed. I think Punk's going. Broski's going. A bunch of people are going.
It's interesting that Punk is going because I feel like what Punk qualified and then really seems like he was down to just not continue competing a whole lot until the end of the season because he didn't need the spot anymore.
Maybe, granted, I'm going off shouts to Liquipedia and Incross, right? Granted, I'm seeing players like him, Phenom, Meta RD, Ending Walker, Problemx. Shouts to Problemx and Ending Walker. They have been doing the Grand Tour all year. Because, man, oh man. They've been really trying to qualify, and it's been really, really difficult. But that just shows the caliber of players that have been playing this game, right? It's just, year 2, it's going to get really hard now to, be good at this game at a higher level.
Yeah, the bar gets raised higher and higher, and the differential between the best and the best of the best just gets thinner and thinner, and that has overwhelmingly been the case for, I think, a very long time. There is so much less separating some of the best players in the world from one another on a day-to-day, and it makes for really consistent, amazing competition, especially at the highest level tournaments where everybody's coming through.
Yeah, this weekend there was a lot of regional finals this weekend. France Monaco final was supposed to be this weekend. China was supposed to be this weekend. Mexico, Middle East, Asia East, Canada Midwest, and then yesterday was supposed to be the US Canada West. So a lot has been, separated for it. I'm actually gonna take a peek at something real quick while we have some downtime. By the way, shout out to production for putting on the Duke Cam for give you guys some action to talk about. That's interesting. Okay, Higuchi and Kakadu are tied. Oh my God.
Ooh.
Higuchi and Kakadu are tied in points at 90 apiece, going into 5.
Wow. Okay, that's gonna make for a really interesting World Warrior then.
Yeah, I think Japan's probably been one to watch when they can. Looks like they just wrapped up though. I didn't know who got it.
I think it was due.
I think it was Dew. Knuckle Dew Dangington with the chair in tow. I think they did with DJ too, so I'm curious to see if they go with DJ here, but it'll be interesting.
I'm not sure, right? So they're like it. I feel like Guile can fight okay against any of the matchups that Dew is potentially playing into. Does Guile lose to Ed, and that's why he goes for the DJ? I feel like because DJ is a newer character choice for Dew, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously something inspired picking up DJ.
When I played Ed versus Guile, I did not think Ed won the matchup as much as I thought he would. DJ just is like a more freeform Guile in a lot of spots. Also has the trickiness of Funky Slicer, and you have that high-low game. Also, you have the buffs that DJ got this past patch. The fact that they gave more incentive to using the overhead ender for a lot of different things. Also, the level 1 change was a big buff as well. It's against a Rashid and Ken. I would go. I mean, it's interesting, right? Okay, so the only reason why I'm like, it's like, well, if you play Guile against someone like JB has Lex, and you know the Brothers of Destruction that they've been called. You know, if you've been watching Street Fighter League US, that's kind of been the story, right? Where like Cloud9 has been really dominant with those two because they know the matchup. And I'm curious to see. So Dew's gonna be locking in the Guile. Could be curious to see who is gonna be the Ken. I'm not a big fan of the Ken matchup into Guile, so I'm not gonna be shocked if I see JB showing up to bat, going up against Dew. But be a good one.
I'm gonna double check. I wonder whether, because before we had to transition over and let the other matches play out, there was talk of whether or not to blind pick the player orders, and I imagine that's sort of part of it, right? Like maybe Dew doesn't want to play Guile into JB.
Yeah, it'd be interesting though. Also, for those who are just tuning in, this is the winners finals. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. But for those who are just tuning in, this is Pull Your Weight for December here at Casabunch. My name is Floki. I'm here with the man that breaks the fourth wall on the regular, Mr. Brad Muse.
Fourth walls are made up. They're just like frame data, right? Like you only have to respect it if everyone agrees that you have to respect it.
Brad's a real person. He literally doesn't have a fourth wall to break. He's real. You can go find him in the 3D world.
Don't tell people that.
That's what you believe, but right now, Enzo gonna start things off with fashion right now. Counter hit, crouch jab, puts Dew in the corner, and Dew, maybe Enzo's just shutting me up. ODDP keeps him in the corner.
I mean, Enzo does a great job of being the aggressor and forcing Dew onto the back foot. Good, perfect parry on the double crouching strong. Okay, wants for the mix-up situation, goes for meaty pressure off the safe jump, up, back, gets a little bit of breathing room. There's like a very specific range that you can see that Enzo is trying to play at, and it's like somewhere between, you know, upside down kick, fireball, but like in a great spot to be able to deal with low strong and low forward. Fireball does connect to give the first round to Enzo.
Yeah, Enzo very comfortable. I know these two play almost all the time, whether it be in Casa, especially in Casa, right? These two are very common at the top of the card. So you know these two are looking for it. Forward roundhouse into the Sonic Hurricane. Bring the space back for Knuckle Dew. And then just kind of weathering these booms right now. Enzo waiting their time. Gonna take some damage right now, but A-okay. We're gonna parry it out. Trade no confirm though.
Yeah, I feel like the longer this takes and the more NuckleDu feels pressured to use Super Gauge to try to close this out, the better for Enzo, right? Because you're on the defense right now. You don't have, you know, you're at a life disadvantage. Time is not in your favor. But if you can force more resources out of Du, it sets you up for a better round 3 to try to finish the job. Okay, perfect parry fireball. We get the knockdown now. This could be the beginning of everything. Whiff punish works out there for Du, but we don't get anything else for it. Standing short as the poke of choice, clipped by the overhead twice in a row. Hit him with the okey doke.
Yeah, the twice to make it nice. And right now, what a crouch medium punch to set the tone for round number 3. Gonna set up the fierce of the Lords off that jump. No punish on the flash parry, unfortunate for Du. But now we're going to go back to that meticulous walk and boom game. But Enzo still has the corner control for themselves and the life lead. So Du's got to make a choice. The disjointed crouching medium punches there. We're going to link it into the level 3. We're going to set up a situation where now NuckleDu's in dire straits.
Yeah, huge. On the back foot, you have CA available, but this is a big ask. No, we don't get any sort of confirm off of the standing short, and Du gets a CA out off of the resulting scramble. That was real, and I have to believe with the amount of drive gauge that Enzo had left, you could have secured the kill there. Someone can go to the replay feature and know for sure. Shoutouts to Capcom for the replay takeover feature, my absolute favorite thing.
Yeah, it was probably the coolest thing they added this year in terms of mechanics and just things you can do with the game.
Oh!
No miss spaces the run DP. NuckleDu scouts it out. Said, you know what, kid? It's time to go to bed. Stand fierce. We moving on. NuckleDu 1-0 right now.
All right. We are back once again to that boom game as you were talking about. Enzo having to inch forward. Perfect parry beats out the standing short. Enzo's already shown that that is a mid-range tool of choice in this matchup. So Du already making these adjustments around it. What did I say earlier, right? The difference between the best and the best of the best is really, really minute decision making.
These minute decisions are putting Du in a really strong position. I love this Sonic Cross to disincentivize Enzo from moving forward, and it's been serendipitous of this corner situation now that NuckleDu is putting Enzo in. What a confirm with punish edition sweep. NuckleDu sitting at set point, and Shine is excited.
For sure, clipping with the low forward here. Enzo looking a little bit flustered of how to be able to deal with that, needing to use that standing short as a drive rush answer, but the situations after Du just he seems so ready for and controlling the space so well. So many of these jabs hitting his counter hit. Du just has this great finger on the pulse of Enzo's rhythm right now.
Yeah, very just relaxed right now. No full confirmed, recognized if they went for the drive rush, it would have put them in burnout. What awareness by Enzo. Enzo still has almost 3 bars now. Okay, we're chilling back into the yellow with the stand medium kick. And I like this from NuckleDu, slowly chipping away at the drive gauge. And now we're putting ourselves in a situation where Enzo, one false drive rush situation, gets him in the burnout. But now NuckleDu's going to put him in the burnout with the level 2. And now going to slowly inch our way in. The back throw.
Yeah,
set up
so
shop
much chip available once Guile gets that level 2 out. So this is so difficult for Enzo. Du has gotten so much mileage out of that level 2. 2 throws out of the resulting situation as well. This is a one-touch spot for Du. Enzo can afford to make no mistakes. And sometimes the only mistake is trying to walk backwards. Low forward connects. And Du takes the first game of this, the first set, I'm sorry, of our winners finals.
Yeah, looking real strong. But right now it's going to be up to Shine and JB to take the stage. JB needs to get one on the board, but Shine right now just needs to win that one set. Shine and JB do again. I keep bringing it up for a reason. Street Fighter League is, you know, ramping up. FlyQuest, Shine, which I gotta say, having to see Shine and all the players that we got to see in Street Fighter League this year. Shouts to Boost, by the way, being on Team Cloud9 and Noah. Yeah. That roster is absolutely nuts. So it's nice to see a hell of a year. Yeah, everyone has, but we're gonna have Shine, we're gonna have JB. It's gonna be Kimberly going up against Rashid.
Yeah, so not going back to the Ed, and I wonder. I don't know if it's a matchup choice or what, but right now the strike throw game out of JB is just getting the better of Shine. Oh, a little bit too much frame advantage. JB with the right choice, but the wrong timing. Jab checks work out. Get a knockdown. I think it's going to be one more situation. Backdash gets clipped by a very smart crouching jab out of Shine.
JB just, again, the spacing that they want to be sitting at is just so immaculate, but the punish on the perfect parry attempt, and we're going to use the TK OD Sky High to get themselves out of that throw situation. JB looking good.
Right, max range slide lets them continue playing this mid-range game. Good check, green means go. I feel like Rashid players, more than any other player in this roster, know how to OD DP a drive rush.
You know, shout out to you and Burkish, right? You know, really incentivizing that during ECT 2023. And because it's true, you know, OD Mixer is a really good tool. Granted, it is probably one of the most punishable things on planet Earth if it whiffs. But right now, Shine is not making that level 3 whiff. And now we have the damage and the speed boost to bump. I think this is a really good position for Shine despite the burnout.
I mean, burnout's over, right? You were only going to be in burnout for one more interaction. Reversal level 1 out of JB to get away from that situation after. Didn't want to deal with it. But if Shine is able to secure this round, it's fantastic for him going into a round 3 with the buff already, especially with JB having committed that level 1.
Yeah. Brandon, you will get the level 1 in this next interaction. There you go. It's not going to be enough to kill right now. Nice backdash. Now burnout has been engaged. Arabian Cyclone is there for JB. JB still in perfect traits, but what a run.
Yeah, that was a choice on the run, and you know, it handled that, I think, really nicely. Clipped by the throw. This is round 3 here, and already back against the corner. JB about to have Yasar available to him, but the wake up perfect parry out of Shine. Shine's defensive decision-making has been so good in this set. Oh my god, having the read on JB's defensive decisions as well, plus frames forcing the issue. Commit some bar, my son. Drive reversal in order to get a little bit of breathing room. Once for the shimmy, it's not gonna bite.
Oh my goodness. Gotta throw up the storm. If you feel it, chase it. Brad, the hurricane is coming through. Gotta be careful if you're Shine right now. Overhead, nice block.
Wow. Only eating a throw for that, not a huge return on JB's investment. The problem is Shine in burnout, and the DI does come out. You had to respect the risk of a reversal, but JB just managed to get that great read on when Shine was going to take it out of his mind. And I did want to highlight previously, I feel like Shine's counter jab game has been really, really good, but that was a spot where JB exposed it a little bit.
Yeah, it was one of those things, like the way I just paying attention to where he sits with crouching jab and stand jab, right? And it's just so deceptively long normals that he has. Granted, I was like, oh my god, Rashid's normals are stubby. Blah, blah, blah. I remember that whole conversation. But now we're in a year where Rashid's been running the mess because this character has great mobility to boot. So that those stubby normals, they could be placed in the perfect spot. But right now, perfect spot for Shine though. Corner control is theirs. Gonna make him pay a test. No, we're out.
Wow, that was supposed to be an air-to-air choice there for Shine, I think, but actually great timing from JB, or unfortunate hurtbox interaction. You decide. Shine is going to be able to just barely not close this out, but able to bait out the perfect parry attempt out of JB. Man wanted the perfect parry to get that side swap, and it is not going to happen.
Yeah, almost went on the hair. The chinny chin chin Shine made it through. Back throw incident once again. JB, whoa, punish with the medium mixer. That's the first.
Okay. Level 2 coming out. If nothing else, this earns JB the drive gauge advantage, right? Because Shine is going to be forced to block some of this out. Going to wake up into it. No, just barely doesn't, but the perfect parry on wake up is mistimed. Second perfect parry does work out, but the fireball still trades.
Yeah, because they didn't commit to DI, and the fact that the button still came out for the third hit, and also was heavy. Really weird interaction. Street Fighter 6 is a beautiful video game of all time. Gonna take the knockdown here into this mix-up situation.
Okay. trying to work. Getting this through, able to charge these mixers a little bit. You can see that Shine is a little bit more dissuaded with trying to be active on neutral, but I feel, has Shine done an elbow drop once? I feel like it's been deep, jumping fierce every time, and JB is getting caught trying to anti-air late.
So he did it once.
It has been elbow, but the elbow's getting clipped every time.
Yeah, the elbow's been getting clipped by things like medium mixer. So that's something you have to be mindful of. And right now, JB back foot though. What a low forward in a dream. Level 2 engage. Yasar win the neutral. Still there. Oh, I love that.
Ooh,
recognizing that you're still getting that back throw incident.
Right. No check on the drive rush. JB being so patient right now. Punish counter for Shine on the landing frames. Is this going to be enough? It certainly should be. We have the can in the back if it, for some reason, wasn't.
Looking real
right,
strong
one
right
game
now.
apiece.
Shine looking very comfortable despite that. And even though JB had a really good sequence at the end there, recognizing they're getting the max amount of hits and then using the Arabian Cyclone to get more hits of the SR, it wasn't enough. Shine weathered the storm and made it clear sunny skies for them and make them go into a game 3 scenario. Set up the safe jump once again. Okay.
Clipping with that block string is catching out JB trying to walk back a lot. Low jab, low short, low jab. With punish on the stand, roundhouse whiff. They're really jockeying for position right now are both of these players. A lot of respect for their best mid-range tools going into this third game. We are going to commit the level 1 because we want to finish our plate. I agree with that from Shine, bringing us to a set point.
Yeah, just like that. And honestly, if I'm Shine, I want to get out of this game as fast as possible. Force JB to not get that level 2, but that level 2 is imminent and it's coming. It's like a horror movie. It's like Jason Voorhees, man. This thing's always out there. It's like looming in the background.
Okay, another stellar low jab check from Shine. We get the side swap, corner control. Level 2 is in the tank for JB, but oh my god, another great check. Misspaced the slide.
Ooh, catches the throw attempt with level 1. Maybe to incentivize JB for going for that again later on. No punish on the elbow whiff. Unfortunate for JB. Any good confirm right now is going to be pretty great for Shine. Gonna take the spray can in the corner, set up the scenario once again. Oh, I love that. You actually get the full confirm here on top of it, Brad. Gonna take a confirm into level 2. We do this all day, every day. It's another day in the office for Shine and NuckleDu. They move on into Winner's Side Grand Finals.
I really like that double can setup. I've not seen that one before. I feel like people are very familiar with that sort of the layer 1 of like setting up the can offense, and you need to worry about like overhead pickup, low, for like the way that mix-up goes. But immediately going and setting up that subsequent one to catch you unawares, really, really smart from Shine. So yeah, sets up a grand finals. Shine and NuckleDu waiting on that side. JB and Enzo waiting on the winner of what I have to assume is going to be our next match. Cycles and Slice versus Riddles and Thunder.
Yeah. So it looks like Azan and Sigma Male unfortunately had to bow out on the other side of losers. But it's going to be a good one. It's going to be Kim and probably Blanca. Hopefully. I mean, the Honda's it's an idea, especially going up against Thunder. If you saw Combo Breaker 2024 this year and saw Ultra David hold it down for every single commentator, having that incredible run.
I mean, I also think like Honda can do a decent amount of damage and maintain a similar like a neutral situation. And against a character like Akuma, where you don't have as much life to play with, being forced to play those interactions where the risk reward is so much riskier than you're normally expecting, not ideal. But that said, Akuma has so many tools. I feel like there's nothing that really incentivizes Akuma to make big plays and mistakes, especially if you're confident with your perfect parries against Honda.
Be a good one, honestly. And again, the winner of this does get to meet JB and Enzo in the losers finals. So it's been a good time. Obviously, Pull Your Weight's one of my favorite events that happens because you can't just be carried. You can't just be put in the backpack, as you mentioned at the top of the show, and be carried to grand finals. You gotta help out.
Right. Oh, okay. We're still inviting players. I heard the menu noises and I was like, yeah, we're about to go in. Nope. It's Pull Your Weight. We have to invite twice as many people to get into the lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which of these teams do you expect is gonna be able to bring this one out?
If I'm, I don't know. I think there's a really good argument for Riddles and Thunder. I just do think that team is really, really solid. Cycles and Slice, though, that's Team Ottawa. Like, anywhere you go, whether it be here, whether it be Street Fighter Academy, shouts to Neo, Judai, they always, they're always in the chat. They're always doing something. They're always repping for their scene, and they always have that team camaraderie. It's going to be interesting for sure. Based on the character pools, I still think it's going to be Riddles and Thunder. I think the fact that you still have Akuma, you still have the new and improved Ryu, even though you have Kim. Now, I'm not saying Zycles can't do it. I know Zycles can do it. Zycles is a former, and Slice are former kickback guests. So I have to be somewhat biased. I have to be this amount biased. Like, this much.
Yeah, I think even with the buffs, Kimberly still has to walk a slightly narrower line than some of the rest of the roster. Like, it certainly helped her game when she is not in the pocket. She's certainly a stronger character than she was, and that helps to even things out and make her a little bit more stable. But, nothing changed so drastically that she can just solve the problems of matchups that may have had tools to be able to contend with her.
So, I mean, and also too, you have Slice, who plays like a bunch of different characters. So, has the Honda now, has the Blanca, has the Sim. There's a plethora of characters. We don't even know what else Slice has been cooking up. So, it'd be a good one.
I mean, some people make a hobby out of just grinding every character to master and learning them, and we call these people content creators. But the point being is that a lot of people have at least a baseline version of multiple characters. Whether or not you would consider that baseline level tournament ready is a different question, but the better the player, the better the baseline.
Yeah, true story.
Okay.
Going to the Blanca.
It is Blanca
okay.
Terry.
That's gonna be an interesting one. I think I saw this while I was out at Roundhouse 2024. Shouts to Low Kick Esports, Seth and the crew. I saw this with Ramsey. They were playing up against a gentleman named Galaxy Brand from Ohio. And I just love the interactions between this matchup. Granted, it can get a little tedious, but, you have a grounded fireball, so slide is not in the picture. You have things like an uppercut, so Blanca balls not properly spaced. And you also, but Slice does have a level 2 that's pretty dangerous.
Well, and also it seems like they both want to turn themselves into bullets in the mid-range, is the getting the worst of that interaction as they went for the burn knuckle. But a great perfect parry on that Blanca ball earns Riddle's corner control. We do find the cross cut off of the throw whiff. Goes for a shimmy, no bite, and the whiff punish from Slice. Getting corner control of his own now, but basically no drive gauge to his name to try to keep this going.
Yeah, are you okay? Your drive gauge is a kind of okay as Riddles takes that level 1. Stand fierce, and now the band has been revved up. Into the impact we go, into the stun. Keep it simple, keep it easy. Power charge Riddles looking real good.
Yeah, look, if you have good perfect parry timing, there are certain tools that can immediately feel a little bit harder to try to contend with. Thankfully, spacing that out, it's not a completely solved thing, as we saw the counter hit there. Mid-range a little bit scrambly here as Riddles goes for the drive rush pressure to getting a lot of mileage out of this as we go for the throw loops. And you had already talked about earlier in the evening that change to that standing fierce out of drive rush now. Then going from +1 from drive rush, that's +5. That is a healthy amount of plus frames.
Yeah, for someone like the Hungry Wolf himself, trying to get as many plus frames as possible. Unfortunately, they're going to be seeing some stars right now as Slice is going to take a full confirm and bring us to a round number 3.
Do you think Riddles is lost and then he's found? Do you think he's on the hunt and after you?
Brad, you got it, man. You got it, bro. You got it.
You can't make a music. You can't drop a music reference with me and expect it
All
to,
the intentional
to fly
music
under the radar.
reference. Okay, listen, man. I'm always hungry like a wolf out here, but I'm also having no sleep till Brooklyn. Oh my God, Power Geyser, get me out of this corner.
Oh, anti-air Buster Wolf puts Slice into burnout now, and Terry can abuse the hell out of you while you're in burnout.
Yeah, looking pretty dire right now. Oh, and that thing is slow. It's menacing. It's like din, din. It's like UI Goku. It's just like walking up like group. It's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. It's like, I'm gonna come over there and get this full confirm. Right now, Riddle's very comfortable. Pay the tax once again. Trying to jump out of this corner. That +1 on block stand fierce.
Chat, clip
Cat's
that,
on be cooking.
and you know where to clip it. Is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yo, what? I hate it here.
I mean, you put the pause yourself. Don't act like it wasn't on purpose. I wanted to highlight Riddles has some really great spacing traps that are coming out here. Oh, stand short, but he's checking these command dashes out of Slice so very well as well. Round and now set point for Riddles.
Riddle's looking really comfortable right now. Burn knuckle in, using that stand hard kick. Which, by the way, the fact that that gives you a fadeaway stun on punish counter really unlocks some great combos in case you get that shimmy situation. Now they set up the power wave, and I love that. Taking that full confirm here, round wave level 3 on deck, and this should be lights out for Slice Riddles with the rising fang and the perfect to boot.
That was a really strong performance. I think you can see how even something as simple as like the fact that slide is fully off the table because there are so many tools that Terry has that it's like, yeah, you know, you want to be able to use this tool in this way, but you actually can't in this one. It forces a more mid-range heavy game. And every time that Slice tried to go for some of the tricky fake stuff, like, you know, buttons right into command dash to get some sort of a mix up or a tricky left, right, Riddles was ready with that crouching jab every time.
Yeah, also the fact that you can change the power wave strengths to actually stop them, where you can have the full screen one or just a half screen. But now Thunder, very comfortable. Cycles is going to have to dig deep and bring this to another game, or, you know, Thunder and Riddles are going to be moving on and lose his finals.
Huge. We do find the cross cut. I'm sorry, not fair to call it a cross cut if it was crouching fierce, but point is, Cycles having control in the corner. Ooh, Tiger knee is Zuna drop. Hard knockdown. Oh, what a clapback from Cycles.
Ever shimmy with an overhead? When we do it again?
Could only be Kimberly.
Literally, Kimberly's the only character that I'm like, oh yeah, I could shimmy with an overhead and still get it confirmed from miles away.
Yeah, one difficulty here for Thunder is you can see that he's really trying to use a lot of towards Fierce, which is a great mid-range button for Akuma, but it seems like the buffs to standing Fierce out of Kimberly let that be a sufficient threat in the mid-range arsenal now that you can see Thunder struggling a little bit with how now to compensate for that. Overhead plus frames, keeping the pressure going, but Cycles finding the counter poke through a misspaced tick throw attempt. And we have level 3 in the back. This is Akuma, you're dead.
Yeah, you are 100% dead to rights. Cycles probably heard me on stream. It's like, listen, man, I'm gonna hold it down and pull my weight. Cycles went up.
Right, loading right in. little bit more fireballs look to be some of the earlier changes coming out of Thunder right now. Which I think is, that actually might be a spot where that extended forward hurt box might matter, but at least it puts you in like a tradey situation depending on where the fireball is, rather than your Toward Spheres just losing out. Okay.
Uh-oh. Full punish on this ODDP attempt. Guess had the knockdown into the meaty overhead. One last guess on the table, and I love that use of forward roundhouse to get the plus frames potentially. Gonna go the empty route? No, we're gonna go for the slide, and now Thunder's gotta make something happen right now.
All right, huge level 2 available in the back, going for another nested option, but the drive reversal is safe because Thunder is in burnout, and now Thunder donating some drive gauge to Cycles with the multi-hit fireballs, but Cycles overcommits to the ground string and does end up costing them the round.
Yeah, Cycles has to find something out. I mean, honestly, you still have another game to play with, so totally okay if your Cycles take the counter hit, confirm off the crouching medium punch, take the actual frame kill off the meaty shoulder. Oh, unfortunately dropped.
Wow.
No one home for the anti-air. Level 3, pump up the jams for the one time, Brad.
This is going to be a great position for Cycles to find himself now in this round. Wow, going for a lot of nested options. OD teleport into empty low does work out. Big pickup off of the demon flip. Set point for Cycles. We might have to see somebody pull their weight.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in this kind of scenario, when you're in top 4, but not like that. If you want to have that kind of start, Thunder gonna get the empty demon raid into nothing. Gonna set up the throw. No punish on the perfect parry attempt. That's a-okay. We're gonna take the throw instead. Oh no, throw loop simulator. Okay, there's the perfect parry that we were looking for, Brad. Final fight turret combo. Back in the corner we go.
Oh man, asleep at the wheel. Perfect parry as an offensive choice there from Cycles to keep Thunder locked down in the corner. Gets the extra can charge. Empty low into throw. It was a tick throw all along. We are just shy of a level 3 again here for Cycles, but Thunder gets the better of the corner situation. Overcommits. DI not going to connect. Level 3. What's going to happen? Did Thunder hit a button? No, he didn't. Thunder's going to be able to close that one out.
The miscalculation. They thought they were still recovering from DI. I understand the attempt, but unfortunate turn of events for Cycles. Perfect parry for Thunder.
That has to be a frustrated play out of Cycles, right? Like, you just go overhead 3 times in a row on this man's wake up. It seems a little guard broken.
It's like, okay, it's like, okay, gamer, I see you. Okay, stand fierce once again. Gonna get the target combo here into the knockdown. Set it up. Get the plus frames rolling into the throw. Break.
Empty throw. Oh, what a check. The fierce blows up the attempts to close that space. Level 1 in the back for Thunder, and set point to move on to our losers finals in what really could have been Cycles set, but Thunder looking pretty strong right now. He's found the adaptations in the mid-range.
Yeah, very comfortable now is Thunder. Thunder's getting the throw. Slowly work Cycles to the corner. There it is. Gonna do the creep one more time. Nice break by Cycles. Cycles comfortable. Stand fierce. Thunder, though, still has control, Brad.
Overhead connects. You can't block them all, and we're about to get a level 3. It's more than enough. Thunder able to close out the set and let them move on with a perfect. Gets to play against JB and Enzo.
Yeah, good stuff though to Cycles and Slice. Top 4, nothing to scoff at as a team. You know, very strong performance. But Thunder and Riddles gonna be moving on to be meeting JB and Enzo. And again, this just shows the power level of Street Fighter in season 2. We're seeing the best of the best kind of move on. I mean, you can be the best of the best if you hit that Matcherino, Matcherino in chat. And once you hit that link, it's gonna bring you right to the site. You're already logged in on your Twitch. Feel free to log in on that one more time for us. Hit contribute and hit claim, or just hit claim code and just claim the code. It's a free 25 cents that goes in the rent money tonight, and it'll be helping to pay out these players and maybe sending them to a special event. Brad, why don't you tell them what's going to be going on in 2025?
Well, battle coming in 2025, and I hope Doc is ready with the scene transition. But the likes of NYC Tekken, Casa, and TSB are bringing you guys DIY. They wanted a new type of tournament series for the East Coast, for the Northeast. They decided to do it themselves. You see the dates on your screen. StartGG/DIY if you want more details, but we are jumping right in for our losers finals. JB and Enzo versus Riddles and Thunder.
We're gonna have the war battle from CBS 2, and just, man, I wish they had a special intro for just this situation where where Terry gets the hat thrown to him by Ken. I would have loved that touch.
Yeah, I feel like special intros are something that's missed a bit in fighting games now.
Doesn't he have special outro though?
Yeah, he does, based on the outfit. So if it's just the hat, he throws up the hat at the end. If it's the jacket, he throws the jacket. But Enzo is like, I'm gonna throw up this perfect instead, and it's gonna be A-okay.
Yeah, low forward starter there for Riddles this time, getting the pickup into the corner. Plus frames off the ground wave, punish counter there off of the standing fierce, and wow, Riddles is clapping back right now. Drive reversal to keep this corner locked down. Not respecting the plus frames. Read the patch notes, my guy.
Oh, not enough to kill. Oh, doesn't get the perfect answer back. Unfortunate. The Dragon Lash, that is Omega Plus.
There's a lot of plus frames available here for Enzo, and we've pulled it all the way to the corner. Oh, jab check. It was a little greedy from Enzo. He didn't have the life.
So unfortunate. Riddles ready at the wheel to punish the sneaky impact attempt. And right now, even Steven, nice punish on the burn knuckle, misspaced it, and now you have to take a level 3 for your problems. Riddles slowly moving closer to burnout. Enzo looking very comfortable with this meter spend. Gonna try to inch it out. There's the burnout that Enzo was looking for. Level 1 is not gonna get baited out. Bust the wolf. We are okay.
That is certainly the breathing room that Riddles needed to find there. Now, drive gauge almost back for Riddles. You're going to have to deal with maybe one more interaction, and now it is gone. Fishing with that standing medium kick. We're not going to get anything for it. Shimmy works out there for Enzo. The Hokage closes out game 1.
Just like that. Blink and you'll miss it. Enzo, he's a very, very fast player, and so is Riddles. So it's going to be very interesting to see who picks up the momentum right back. Looks like Enzo going to take Riddles to the corner with the regular run Tatsu. Gonna keep it together, use that stand short to box Riddles out from getting out of this corner right now, and I really like that choice.
Riddles trying to change it up between standing short and crouching strong. Finding these really far-range DPs has been how Riddles has been getting all of their momentum so far in this round. Clip at the very tip of low forward. And this is a much more neutral-heavy, patient round from both of our players.
Yeah, it was very high octane, fast and furious, but now they're like, okay, maybe we have to put the cars back in the shop for just a second. What a punish on the preemptive jump medium kick with the rising tech.
Okay. We don't quite get the cross cut, but the crouching jab works, and we're forcing that drive gauge problem from Enzo. Good DI in that spot. I'm looking on the playback. I think he just barely did not have the life to live through it anyway.
Yeah, unfortunate. We're gonna take a full confirmer into the corner power dunk. Gonna set up the stand fierce +1. It's really, really good. OD rising tackle. Gonna have the spaced out burning knuckle for the safe frames. And now we can just kind of manipulate space with these plus frames with round wave from these plus frames from Stand Fierce and make it happen. Level 3, and Enzo's gonna get returned, favored, perfected, courtesy of Riddles.
Wow, that was a incredibly explosive round out of Riddles. It just seemed like Enzo could not find the read on where and how to take his turn back. Riddles just really took initiative and ran with it. Drive reversal, not wanting to contend with the fireball in that spot. Setting up that spacing trap. Okay. Yeah, the way Riddles nests all of his tools together is really, really smart.
Right now we're seeing Enzo, though, doing a really strong job poking away slowly at the drive gauge, slowly at the health gauge as well. Okay, to get space. Birdie Knuckle once again whiffs wildly with the crouch fierce is Enzo. Now Riddles has the corner control. We saw this the last 2 games from Riddles, getting that corner control early with the stand fierce. And now we're just slowly seeing the round come to fruition. Nice confirm of the punish counter, crouching medium punch into the will forward run DP. And now we're back in the neutral.
Using that standing short, and again the way that he nests the options together, standing short, earning that little bit of extra space like he was setting up for a tick throw, crouching strong. And now it's set point here for Riddles to try to get that first crucial win here in our losers finals. OD reversal to stay away from the corner situation and blows up another one through the Jinrai kicks.
I'm a big fan of punishing Jinrai. Like, I'm seeing a big punish on this run overhead. It's going to get the drive gauge back in order. The life lead in their favor. This is all looking good for Riddles. Riddles going to take the burn knuckle once again. Counter hit, crouch jab rather. And we're going to take a level 3 right back at you, says Enzo.
You know what? Riddles is only just in yellow health. He's got some, that was a gutsy choice on Wake Up, clipped by the meaty as well. I take it all back. I was going to say Riddles is in an okay spot to still just sort of try to come back from that, but Wake Up DI was a really high-risk choice in that spot. And now, not choosing to go for the jab off of that when Enzo has been representing a lot of these ODs. We're absolutely slugging it out with reversals at this point in this set now.
Yeah, and we went from very high octane to slowed down pace back to the high octane, just how Street Fighter 6 was kind of designed to be. And now we're seeing Enzo take the space, take the stun as it will be. Full confirm here. Jinrai loops inbound. Take the safe jump instead, try to bait out the shimmy.
Standing short, we get some plus frames. Oh, we're not close enough to get the combo off of the strong.
Oh,
counter DI is going to connect. Enzo's going to be able to close that one out.
Just by the hair of the chinny chin chin. Really good stuff by Enzo, recognizing instead of committing to the Jinrais, just doing low forward and seeing how Riddles will react, right? And now we're seeing JB coming up the bat against Akuma with Thunder. So it's gonna be up to Thunder to bring this back for their team again. This is losers finals. Loser of this is gonna have to grind some MR on ranked right now, and if I'm them, I'd rather be playing in maybe another game, especially with the perfect parry bug hanging out. But that's a-okay. We're here to enjoy some Street Fighter 6 and hope to God you don't get hit with the Rashid level 2. Thunder, JB, here we go.
All right. I mean, for both of these characters, right, like, these are both incredibly well-represented characters across the competitive landscape of this game. What a big pickup there from JB, but counter hit crouching strong from Thunder now is the party starter. That's the change. If you go for the cross-up, there's additional landing recovery, so JB watched for it and was able to get the punish. I think Thunder wasn't fully prepared for that.
Yeah, I think it's like -3, -4, if I'm not mistaken. But JB right now, okay, ODDP, Unhammy says Thunder. Thunder trying to find an answer right now. Gonna keep throwing some fireballs, trying to find something. Stand Fierce is a back throw incident to slowly bring JB to the corner. There's a Stand Fierce we were looking for. Adamant Flame to thread the needle. And Thunder right now trying to bring it back for their team.
That was okay, great anti-air out of JB. Perfect parry on the fireball, but dealing with that standing fierce, not trivial. It's still a stellar button out of Akuma.
Yeah, it's still one of the better buttons. You know, we were talking about Akuma's kit earlier. It feels like they put Ryu and Ken together, and they're like, okay, here's Akuma. The only difference is 9k health, cool, and I have an air fireball, and I have a dive kick, and I have everything else. Figure it out.
He genuinely has every tool that you... The only thing he's... Wait, that's not even true. I was about to say the only thing he's missing is a Rekka, but they gave him like a diet Rekka in this one.
Yeah, they gave him Adamant Flame, which is basically a Rekka in this game. But basically a backdash will be coming out for Thunder. It's going to be an Adamant Flame into Sip of Calamity. Level 3 cleans it up. And we're going to be moving on to another game. Thunder clapping back with authority.
Yeah, that was real strong. I mean, Akuma has every tool you need, and if the standing fierce is not going to be answered, then even if you start to make some of the more wild decisions, like Akuma can do anything he can to just keep you forced in that spot where he's going to deal with you. Okay, Fireball does get clipped by the drive rush jab, and JB is able to get a little bit of momentum.
Kind of waiting out once again, trying to place these fireballs in ways that JB gets, you know, nullified from drive rushing forward. That's one of the best things. What a call out with the air fireball, getting away from the OD mixer. And this is, even though the corner situation is JB's, Thunder's really can help you. Okay, heavy mixer, never mind.
Massive goes for the shimmy, but we're late. It was the right call. We just hit the button too late. Plus frames, continuing to press the issue. Goes for the early low short immediately after and just going for the low threat that time. Heavy mixer again clipping Thunder as he's trying to maintain his spot on the screen. How did he just barely lived through that?
He just did. I don't know if this is gonna be enough though to kill. Anything will do it. Back roundhouse. Okay, Thunder ready for it. Set point.
Okay, just going for fireballs off rip. Okay, I mean, so JB's anti-air game has been stellar. It's just not mattered.
Yeah, I feel like ground game wise, even though JB excels at it, right? It's just that with a character like Akuma just rolling around, just having a lot of great buttons to contest in those spots that Rashid likes to be in, it's just difficult. But right now we're going to see the level 2 activation from JB. Going to set up the Great Desert Storm for the one time. Going to take the throw. The whirlwind's about to go away, so they use the Arabian Cyclone to get the full confirm here. Absolutely cleans it up. JB staying alive.
Yeah, massive. Exactly what he needed. And more than halfway towards an additional Yasar, we get the pickup off the force knockdown juggle combo. Crouching strong counter poke out of Thunder brings us back to a mid-rangey situation. My fireball's better. Oh my god, the early air-to-airs from JB.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is they are ready to hit that force knockdown confirm if need be. And I just think that's one thing as a Rashid player you have to be thinking about at all times, right? Because those confirms into light eagle spike are going to be critical right now. Critical situation right now for both players. The Fierce is going to come in from Thunder. Going to take the confirm here. DP, Adamant Flame into the level 3. I don't think this is enough, though. It is. Okay. Listen,
it's Akuma, man.
Listen, Sajam, if you're out there, I'm sorry. The sun was in my eyes. The cat ate my homework. The cat.
But not your Ethernet cable.
Not that too soon, Brad. Too soon.
But no, a great performance out of both of our players here. I did look through because I was curious who it was that had sent Riddles and Thunder into losers. And it was, hold on, I still have it open. It was Azan and Sigma Male. So I was curious if this matchup had happened already, and no, it had not. All right.
Good one. Barry, Rashid, JB, Riddles on the screen for you guys for just tuning in. This is Pull Your Weight here at the Casa. And now we're seeing JB making Riddles have a Casa in this corner right now because of the throw pressure and the standing fierce punish counter. He's going to finish it out. No, we're going to save the meter for a rainy day. Uh-oh, don't give him a chance to live, JB.
It's not gonna. You had a mighty tall hill to climb there. Even as Terry with the ability to dump resources, right? Like you had to have the resources in order for that to be the kind of task that you could do in one or two interactions. He's not had a lot of luck spacing out the burn knuckle either.
Yeah. But catching the mistimed medium. What a jump and call out on the OD Arabian Sky High. Riddle's recognizing that and just like, okay, I've been seeing you do this all night to other players. How can I mitigate this? And so I don't have to deal with it. Corner situation is now Riddles. Riddles is going to pester with the stand fierce. Back throw is there for JB. JB's going to backdash. Call the Asar. What do we do with it?
So I was about to say that's interesting because you have such a life deficit but you have a round to play with, committing that resource may not be worth it. But he was already at 3 bars, so you're only losing meter if you don't spend it in that spot. Now having forced the OD reversal out of Riddles, and JB actually is able to close this all the way out off of a shimmy and a great reversal bait. First game for JB over Riddles.
Yeah, JB looking to get back into the swing of things as he knows best. Riddles, though, okay, nice block on the quick burn. That is an overhead. You know, we haven't gotten to talk mechanically about Terry. That is the one thing that's really nice, the fact that he has an overhead option if need be. Way a bait on the drive reversal. We're going to take the OD Eagle Spike to get the corner situation back in our favor. JB very comfortable in the pocket right now. Corner situation and throw loop engaged.
Yep. Okay. Jab check out of Riddles as he's trying to move forward, earning a lot of space with these dashes. When is he going to find the counter poke? No, counter crouch jab out of JB gets him corner control once again, and we are just shy of a level 2. Punish counter throw is enough. We have a level 2, but there's no reason to commit it just yet. We don't find the whip punish.
Oh, unfortunate.
Oh,
and
we force
again,
burnout. Okay, we set up checkmate. I like that.
Again, JB is one of the best at setting up those checkmate situations, especially off those crouching fierce situations we were talking about before. And I just think the more this game goes on, JB gets more comfortable and JB finds their rhythm. And as we see right now, again, another bait. We actually get a stronger punish, punishing with regular Arabian cycle and setting up the safe jump once again. One last guess potentially on the table, and it's gonna be the crouching fierce once again. Pester it with once. You thought it was just in Street Fighter 5? Nah, it's in Street Fighter 6, just as bad. JB moving on.
Hey, well, good for them. They get the run back in grand finals. Riddles, Thunder, y'all made it nasty. That was a great run. JB's just built different, I guess. But Shine and Do still waiting on grand finals.
Yeah, could be a good one. A lot of storylines with this. Obviously, the story of can Do it again with a different partner? Can Enzo go back-to-back pull your weights? That's a good question.
While you contemplate the answer to that question, make sure you go and check out the Matcherino. There are only so many codes left. It would be great if there were no codes left at the end of the evening. As I say every time, you know, that money just disappears back into the ether if y'all don't claim a code. So, oh, okay. Thanks so much for the direct contribution as well to Dark MX1. Hey, that is an additional way that you guys can show support to what we do and to what our players are kind enough to come out and do and compete in every week.
It looks like we're about to get into our grand finals. Shine and NuckleDu are here to play. And from the winners bracket, JB and Enzo need to run 2 sets back in order to become champions of Pull Your Weight tonight. Here we go.
Oh, wow. What a setup. Drive rush, early hurricane cancel, and then setting up at this really great spacing trap. Okay. Parry pump delay drive rush.
Okay, catching medium punch, using that disjoint to full advantage. And we saw this matchup in winners finals, right? We saw Enzo really take space and really force NuckleDu in a situation where booms and also his buttons are mitigated. Now we're just slowly, again, we're seeing the OD Fireball now as a change up and really contesting the Fireball game that Do wants to start up. And I really like that choice from Enzo as we move forward in this match.
Yeah, but Enzo getting clips now by that low. Very little drive gauge left to play with, so I love that Do is varying the fireball timing, using it to earn space forward while Enzo is still in the position to sort of have to parry, finding the anti-air, I'm sorry, but clipped in the scramble after, believed that he had more respect than he did, and Enzo gets the better of it for the first round.
Yeah, still a long hill to climb for both JB and Enzo right now. Gonna take the knockdown right now. Kind of let it rock out. What a jump over the boom. This is what we were looking for Enzo. Granted, you were walking in slowly but surely, but those big jump ins with big damage are going to be really nice momentum boosters for you.
All right. Life deficit. I mean, it's looking very similar to the previous round. Do has a life deficit, but is in a spot where he ought to be able to really force the issue and bring it to Enzo. Here's the problem. They both have level 3s available, so this can really swing either way. Stand short, check, punish counter. We're not going to cash out into level 3 because I think we wanted a situation where there was a better scaling. Perfect parry out of Enzo.
Yeah. Into the run stop, into the meaty overhead. Nice block by Do. Do still comfortable. Trade, nobody home. Trade confirmed, though. Enzo forces Do to spend the level 2. Drive reversals there, but the jab check, the booms, they're coming. Oh no, not enough life.
I think the only thing that maybe you could have done as Enzo is you could have, hoped that you could churn out your CA in a gap, but I think you don't want to commit that resource given that you had an additional round to play with. Perfect parry on the boom. That perfect parry timing on the booms, and specifically in that range, is really, really solid out of Enzo.
Very comfortable in the
okay.
pocket. Oh, runs it with the OD flash kick. Okay, reversal. Slowly taking her time right now. Okay, full confirmer, set up the song cross. And I've been liking these choices from Do all night. Really decentivize all these players from not pushing the envelope and pushing forward with this Sonic Cross, because they're going to take some extra hits and also potentially extra chip damage if they try to even walk forward.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing Enzo has going for him in this particular second is that CA available means that you can turn this into a two-touch situation at any point if you let it rock. If Do is going to continue playing the way he is, I feel like he's going to target the drive gauge, try to cash the level 2 out, and then force burnout. So a lot of it's going to matter for how this fireball game ends up working. Going for the level 2 to target the drive gauge this way, and you know what? Actually, with 17 seconds left on the clock, even if that wasn't checkmate, which it ended up being, there was not going to be a lot of time to try to make that comeback. Dial is so good at keeping you in check and not letting you make moves that are too drastic, and you were increasingly being put in the situation where you needed to make a drastic move.
Yeah, slowly but surely. It's like death by 1,000 paper cuts, as it's always coined, right? And especially with a character like Guile on the helm. Perfect parry on the Sobot, though. Enzo looking really strong right now. Gonna set up the safe jump. Now we're gonna take the damage with the DP instead. Take our time. Fade out the fireball use with OD fireball of her own, but the bazooka knee trade confirm. Okay, Knuckle Do looking very comfortable right now as they try to move forward.
And these traps around Sonic Hurricane are looking so difficult for Enzo to deal with. He's gonna have to commit a super in order to close out this round. He does so. I can get behind that. It was very nearly Do's round, though.
Yeah, I also think, too, because of how this game operates, you make so much meter in this game, period. So spending the level 2 at that kind of situation, granted, you're going into this round with a 2 super meter deficit, I think it's perfect, because you'll at least get a minimum a level 1, and then if it goes to a final round, you're getting a level 3 guaranteed.
Yeah, I think you can definitely afford to use super gauge in the first round, particularly if it's going to get you the dub. I think you should always cash it out. You will get it back by the time that it matters. We are able to get the cross up out of the corner. Here is Enzo, and now Knuckle Do. Okay, OD flash kick on Wake Up to try to bring that one back, and he baits out the OD reversal out of Enzo. Brings it to set point for Do.
Also, shout outs to Squeegee Man with that $40 contribution into the match arena. We appreciate the love tonight for the Casa as we see this grand finals rev up to high gear.
Level 3 early life lead, gonna give Enzo very little drive gauge to play around with, and that's been a spot that Do has been super comfortable in, because the way that he's varying up the fireball timing and the way that Enzo needs to respect it with respect to his drive gauge is giving Do all of the freedom to decide how this match is getting played.
Nice stand jab into the counter hit, though. Knuckle Do very comfortable.
Ooh.
What a call out on the impact. Enzo gets out of dodge. Gonna get that drive gauge back right about now. Anything will do it now. You have parry options that they need. Nice break by Knuckle Do.
And Enzo immediately spent more than half of his drive gauge just to try to force the issue. Runs getting clipped by fireballs. Do about to have an additional bar of his own, so there's even more things that you need to respect. Good crouching strong, but nothing off of it. Oh, we don't get the wasp jump in, but we do get something started. Throw, whip, and Do has the level 1 to finish the job.
Yeah, just like that. Knuckle Do, that was the 2, but now it's gonna be up to Shine to see if they can close the door on this chapter for Knuckle Do to continue their dominance over Pull Your Weight. But JB stands in their way, and that level 2 is going to be the issue at hand.
Now, maybe I am recalling incorrectly, but I am looking at what we wrote down in the bracket, and we have Shine Do as 2-0 over JB Enzo when they played in Winners Finals. And I do believe this was the same first player matchup when they played up there as well, which does mean that Shine got the better of JB when they played previously.
So it's going to be really interesting to see if JB has made some adjustments and really thought about the actual matchup itself and be like, okay, what happened in this matchup? How can I readjust to the new and improved Kimberly? But Shine only needs to win 1, 2 out of 3 to close the door on Pull Your Weight tonight. Can they do it, or will JB give us another game of Street Fighter 6? Here we go.
Okay. Finding a fair few counter hits off rip here is JB, and we already have corner control going for that next layer of shimmy. Oh,
I love that late parry, late parry, or perfect parry rather, on the late of the Arabian Cyclone. I actually really like that. Reset the pressure, but now we're back in neutral.
Oh my God.
Shine has plenty of time in the pocket to do whatever they want.
but Shine has had a little bit of, I don't know if I want to call it bad luck or if I want to call it just mistimed, misspaced stuff, but there's a lot of these like drive rush, low medium kick and a low shorts, and then he's dropping the confirm after.
Anything will do it. What a call out on the heavy Arabian Cyclone. That's the way to beat it. And now it's going to force JB to maybe readjust, maybe go to the medium version. But we're going to take a counter hit. It's not going to make a difference. We're going to cash out to level 3. We're going to pump up the jams one more time tonight. And we're going to set up a bit speed and damage boost for Shine going into the next round.
And that's massive too. Getting it to close out the first round. This is damn near as much uptime as you can possibly have on this buff. So Shine looking in a great spot. You do have to start to worry about these Yasars. Here comes one now.
Yeah, I could have at least one more for the end of the round, but that's how you get out of it. But just like that, you can kick it right back. That's the beauty of what they gave him in this game. But just like that, again, going to the well with the heavy version of Arabian Cyclone. And Shine scouted it out, full confirm, and now Stand Heavy Kick's gonna take the knockdown spray cans there. Nice break. JB out of there with a jump medium off the wall jump.
Yet I think Shine didn't want to go for the air because we had already seen the strangeness of trying to deal with jumping roundhouse. Back against the wall now. How far is JB going to be able to catch this one? Need one more interaction. Level 2. No, we want to force the issue with just another throw, and it will do it. Able to save the bar for a rainy day.
And just like that, we have at least one more Yasar that we have to deal with, Brad. But we still have a level 3 looming in weights for Shine. Anything will do it. Uh-oh, no. Full confirm, you're coming through. Anything will set it up once again. No, we're going to save it for a rainy day once again, like to your point. But the level 2 is right there. Here we go. If you feel it, chase it.
Good block. Oh,
That
it was a
such
smart counter poke. It was just like not quite right. This is a big pickup clip by the overhead.
The media edition of that overhead. JB slides their way and throws their way into a 1-0 lead. What a play. And off that meaty overhead at the end, and recognizing the spacing that they needed to readjust the Yasar combo. This is why JB is one of the best with this character. Since this character's been released in Street Fighter 6, they've been making it happen with them, and you could see it on display.
And I think on the flip side, right, like I cannot help but think about how close both of those rounds were for Shine, and they fell through his fingers. And we had already seen this did come up in the winner side. Elbow drop getting clipped by Spinning Mixer as an anti-air. We saw Shine using a lot more jumping fierce when he was playing in this matchup previously. But I mean, maybe JB just feels a little bit more awake with the anti-air game.
Very comfortable with it. Has to deal with the neck hunter right now, but counter hit coming through from Shine. There's the shimmy stand fierce that we've been looking for. Full confirming the Odie Azuna drop, and Shine looking to get the momentum back on their side right now.
Oh, there it is. It's like he's listening.
And they're like, hey guys,
Oh.
you know, I have commentary in the background, you know, it's a-okay.
It's not coaching, it's commentary.
It's you have Vicious
Okay.
in the background. Shout out to Vicious. Full confirm here though from Shine. Gonna cash out level 3, pump up the jams, and just like that, Shine sets it up for him and NuckleDu to get this tournament in the bag. 1-1 right now with a perfect no less.
Yeah, those jump fierces were such a big party starter for him when they played on the winner's side, and you know, maybe this is just set play in action, right? Like going for those elbow drops and getting clipped to make him begin to question these things. So great at these reads on the OD mixer, setting up the can. Oh, targeting the drive gauge.
Yeah, and now you can just tell the frustration. Anything will do. Gonna take the DI before they get the actual meter. No, the Arabian Sky High connects, and JB is out of there. Take the meter, dash in. Okay, tries to go for the poke, gets hit out of it. Unfortunate there. Meaty overhead, nice block, nice break actually. Rather, sorry.
Yeah, and that's huge, right? Because JB managed to more or less navigate around that burnout being as scary as it was, and it finally Shine is able to find an answer for that off the wall. It has been so difficult. Slight walk forward, low forward, pick up, and it is tournament point now for Shine.
Shine looking to close it for him and NuckleDu tonight. JB needs to figure out something and figure it out quick. Are they gonna unlock the level 2? We're gonna dash forward and activate. And I like this. Gonna see what Shine does. Gonna pester with stand heavy kick. Gonna kick it down into the throw. Okay, not too bad. Nice break by Shine though.
Yeah, all JB gets out of that is one throw. You are so happy with that as Shine. Next mix-up situation goes for throw. We have a level 3 in the back, so there's plenty of damage available here for Shine. And again, obviously, if this round doesn't go his way, that buff is going to persist. Corner control. Tick throws situation looking real strong. There's throw number 2. Do I see throw number 3? No, wake up level 1 out of JB.
Yep. Still has 3 meters to hit. The counter hit, crouching mania punch. It's going to find its mark into the level 3, and just like that, Shine and NuckleDu take down, pull your weight tonight, and NuckleDu with the 3rd different partner continues to dominate. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like NuckleDu just knows who to pick for these events.
I mean, well, NuckleDu is one of the best players in the world.
I mean, obviously.
And NuckleDu has a habit of partnering with other players who are incredibly strong players. And in this format, if you have a strong pairing, you're gonna find some consistency, right? Because obviously it's pull your weight. If you lose your first set, you do need to win in order to move on. So, you know, Du is out here picking strong partners every month, and they are doing what they show up to do.
Absolutely.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
What's up?
Nothing.
I forgot how late these go.
Oh, it's 6 p.m. for me now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, sure. Oh my God, are you literally booting it on the side?
Nah, not yet. I got some things I gotta do, but at this current point in time, it's all about Casa. It's all about Street Fighter. It's all about the fighting game community right now. Other than that, yeah. No, that was good shit. New York won, no big deal. NuckleDu. honorary New York. No big deal. Thank you everybody for tuning in. New York is the best again. Holding it down. One Casa bracket at a time. We didn't even need Idom today, so life's good.
He did come through anyway with the raid though, so that was nice of him.
Yep.
Shout outs to Idom with the raid, I guess, whatever. And Zaffarino. Shout outs to everybody that's been holding us down. Yeah, thank you so much to everybody. I feel so warm and happy. I don't know if anybody was clocking how many times people were getting perfect parried. I don't think it was that many. So the bug wasn't as crazy as I thought it would be today. So thank you everybody for not being cracked out and abusive. So big ups to you guys. Big ups to Talent. Shout outs to Brad coming in late hours of the night. Floki holding it down. Doctor on production. You know, multiple hands in the pot making things happen. And Dan on social media. That's all I got. I have Marvel Rivals to play, so I gotta get a lot of shit done so that I can get this out. Is Shine streaming?
I don't think so.
I know
I'm tired of reading Knuckle Dude. You don't need that shit. Oh, Grand
I feel
Total
like-
Kai. Hell yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, JP.
He just qualified for Capcom Cup.
Yeah, he did.
Hmm.
Alright, boom. Everybody go say hi to Grand Total Kai and tell him I said what's up and cheer him on for Capcom Cup. Because we'll see you guys there. But we'll also see you next week for the ladder kickback. We got a funny guest. So,